Okay. Here we are again. Back at it 2 days in a row. Gonna be 3 because tomorrow is another stream day. I'll tell you, it'll be kind of nice for a change, I guess, once I'm done with school, because I think I have 5 weeks left, including next week, of this semester. So, and probably based on the way that my classes are structured, it's going to be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the streams every single one of those weeks until I'm done. Excuse me. Maybe in the last week I'll be able to get away with a Thursday stream because I don't know if I have anything going on that Thursday. Because the last week is exam week and I might be done with exams by then. I got to see when the other exams are scheduled for. I've got 2 of them already scheduled. Like, they know when and where they are already. So I should know that better probably by the end of this week. And then I have a month where I'm not doing any school stuff. So it'll be nice because then I can schedule the streams for whenever I want. So a little more control over the schedule. Speaking of control over the schedule, apologies for being slightly late today. I worked out this morning, I did some homework, I did my grocery shopping for the week, I did my laundry, all of it. I did, I washed my covers for my bed and everything else like that, so I did quite a bit today. I sat down after doing my shopping for the week, me and Cole went to a few stores to get our stuff. Sat down on the couch after I did it. My body was like, nope, we've done enough for a little while. You want to do any more, you're going to have to pay the price. So I took a 45-minute nap. Woke up, I was like, oh, okay, it's like 5:45. I should probably make the pasta that I need for dinner now. So I made the pasta. Had dinner. By the time I was done with dinner, it was 6:40. So I had to put all the dishes away and everything else. And, that stuff takes time, unfortunately. And I only had 20 minutes, and I was like, I'm going to be late for the stream, it's fine. I'll be late by 10, 12 minutes from usual. That's not going to make a huge difference. Gives me a little extra time to think because I'm still trapped in this painted world. Like, this is Super Mario 64, so now I got to figure out how to get out. I mean, we can't go back that way, so the only other way I know of that would get me out would be through. Let's hope there's a bridge back to the other side of the painting, or maybe just another painting further on in the castle, because otherwise I'm not sure how we're getting out of here. And quite frankly, it's still a little cold here. I've got good clothes and stuff on like that, but I don't know, guess I'm not used to the snow anymore. It's warming up in real life, so I was kind of hoping not to see snow again. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Dark Souls, the stream edition. One of these times I'm gonna walk off a ledge or something by doing that. I'm just gonna do it in one of the later levels and be like, oh, I got a back step or something, because otherwise I'm gonna walk off. Last time, we made our way through Sen's Fortress in order to get to the lands above, but before we tackled Disney Castle, I figured we'd do a few side things, so we went and knocked out Gwendolyn real quick. It didn't, well, actually, that's one of the things we need to go do once we get out of the painted world, and I hope I remember to do this. I have to go back and see if the yellow fog is unsealed now to the lighthouse because we killed Gwendolyn, or if that is still there. Just because that way it makes the whole trip feel like it's worth it, but we're still here. We're in the painted world, so now we got to get out. I think I've got almost all the treasures that I would have cared to have found around here. I think the only other one I could think of that I might want is the blood shield. I don't need it. The spider shield does everything I need it to do, so. But I might be able to just go show where the blood shield is, if I remember where it is, if I'm honest. I don't remember where it is, but might be worth it to just show it, because one of the plans that I had initially for a build for this playthrough was an optimized blood shield plus life hunt scythe. Heck, I did a nice spin. Like a life hunt scythe plus blood shield plus blood bite ring plus Havel's ring build with Dex. Didn't end up being the build that I chose for the playthrough because I was like, nah, I had Dex kind of as listed as my primary stat maybe for the Dark Souls 2 playthrough, so I said, I'll save the Dex, and I did Strength instead. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We are in the painted world of Ariamis. I've unlocked some shortcuts. I already beat Xanthus King Jeremiah. I don't feel like beating Phalanx again. I already beat them in Demon Souls, so they can just hang out, I guess. And now we have a door. And I think in order to get this door open, I have to go all the way up to the very tippy top of the tower, which involves climbing a whole ton of stairs, dealing with a bunch of crow enemies, and generally not a good time. There is another way out of this area, though, to get around that door. It does, however, involve getting past this angry dragon over here. Well, he's not angry right now, but he probably will be in a moment because I'm going to steal his shit. So there's the blood shield. Okay. So that's the only one I really cared about. So now we'll run back this way. And the general strat for this guy, because he's going to, like, come up here and then put his claws down on either side of the thing. So the general strat is to get him to breathe in one direction. And then just kind of, okay, well, that wasn't the most effective way of doing it. Yeah, get him to breathe in one direction and then just boop him on the toes and rinse and repeat until he's defeated, so I'll try to do that a little more effectively. Okay. Thought you could get me, huh? I was gonna say you might get me again right here, but oh, Pillar, get out of my way. I don't know how much HP he has, probably in the 2000s range, somewhere around there. I guess I could Fireball him, Fire Orb him, Great Chaos, not Great Chaos, Great Fireball. I guess I could do this and see how much damage it does. That did 0. As far as I'm aware. But I think you can actually, like, roll off where his toe is there, and that'll let you get further on in the level. Like, skip the door opening process without having to do that, or this. There we go. We got a good rhythm going. He's almost dead. Didn't even have to bust out the Great Fireball yet. Oh my god. I'll bust it out now because you're being a dickhead. Here you go! Goodbye. See? Nothing to it. 5,000 extra souls for beating him. Not bad at all. What'd you drop? Another dragon scale for us. That's pretty nice. So, it's not exactly an exploit to go do this. I guess it might kind of be considered this, but this is how I always beat the level, especially since I don't need anything else here now. He leaves behind his lower half when he goes to fight you. It's just kind of hanging out here. You can kill it, and it gives you more stuff, but it's actually kind of funnier to do just a jumping attack at it, like this. Because then it stands directly up and gets out of your way. And you can drop down here, and now you're on the bridge that leads to the door. It's kind of silly. I kind of like it because it's kind of silly. I don't know if I can open the door from here, though, so I'm going to go find out. And then we'll go through. Oh, hello. Where'd all of you come from? Oh, and there's a Baronite Knight behind them. Cool. Guess I'll deal with all of you then. I'll take you all on! Or not. Just trying to get behind him. Obviously that didn't work out. Oh god. Okay, got him. A little bit of an exchange, but, you know. Oh, Greatsword Baronite Knight. It's not a wonder. Holy shit, he throws that thing out quick. Could you... Oh my god. How did I live? I don't understand the timing to dodge this guy, obviously. All right, let's just observe for a second. Oh god. That was not the exchange I wanted. Yeah, I don't know the timing for this guy, obviously. If I did, I wouldn't be on 2 Estus. Do you follow up from that? No. Okay. Swings that thing around like a longsword, though, I'll tell you what. Oh god. Tell you what. I mean, I'll just poke if I have to. Okay, okay, okay. That wasn't a bad exchange. Kind of trying to see if I can bait him into doing another slam attack, because he usually doesn't follow up from that, but if he doesn't do it, then, you know, what can I do? I got steel leggings from him, another large Titanite shard. I think he has a pretty high chance of dropping a large Titanite shard, if I remember correctly. I don't need another one of those, though. Alright, 1 Estus in a dream. Can I open this from this side? No. Okay, well, guess there's only one way through now. We got everything I wanted, though. We got the blood shield. We got another large soul to use for... How many souls do I just have hanging around now? Okay, 10,000, 16... 5 souls of a proud knight. Holy shit, that's another 10,000 just by itself. So 10, 20, 26 just sitting in my inventory. That'll come in handy. Doing all right yourself. Revisiting notes or revising notes for the speedrun. We'll probably go to play a game with friends soon. Nice. Sounds good, Conker. Sounds like a good night. So hopefully all of it goes well for you. You know, I probably shouldn't have been using the wolf ring there, but I guess I poised through a couple of hits as a result of it. We don't need the moss anymore, so... what do I need now? Probably just go back to Chloranthy, honestly, and Grass Crest, probably. So the blood shield that we got, it has, let's see. Yeah, so it has high resistances to all forms of status effects, as we'll see. I think I can show it here. Yeah, so it gives you some resistances, extra resistances to some statuses that you wouldn't otherwise have. It's not much, but if you stack it up with a ring that gives you resistance to a specific thing, like a curse bite ring, a poison bite ring, or a bleed bite ring, it goes up like crazy. Like if you have this thing on your, on your back and you have a blood bite ring on you, your bleed resist is almost 1,000. It's kind of absurd. And I mean, to be honest, that's mostly the ring, but it optimizes the build with the Life Hunt Scythe, because the Life Hunt Scythe actually forces you to build bleed every time you use it. So because of that, you'll want to be a little careful that you don't accidentally bleed yourself to death, you know, bleed out. So, but it works. Unlike this bridge barely works. No. Alright, what's waiting for us behind this boss fog? 1 Estus in a dream. Ah! Speaking of the Life Hunt Scythe, there it is. Hi there.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not.
My name is
If
Jime.
thou hast misstepped into this world,
Something like
plunge
that.
down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
I seekest not you, unless your name is Priscilla? If this is your doll, then Milady is a lady grown now. I mean, if you want it, I'll give it back, but...
Thou must return it whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind,
You're
but thou
right.
dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
Alright, well, here, I'll do this for you. I will leave the doll up here. Oh, perfect. I'll leave the doll right here. If you need it, if you want it back, then just keep it. If you don't want it back, then I guess just stick it back in my pocket when I plunge down from the plank or something. This is why I wanted to end the stream inside the Painted World, though, because we actually needed to quit and reload in order for this stuff to spawn after we beat Xanthus King Jeremiah. We get his armor set, including the Xanthus Crown. Very important item. I'll tell you why in a little while, but for now, let's get out of here. You could also defeat Priscilla, if you so choose, but... I mean, honestly, this jump is enough of a boss for me, so I don't need all that stress in my life. Geronimo! Just don't draw me like Daffy Duck. Oh. Well, that is a thing. I'm not moving. Yeah, just hold on. Huh. Guess she didn't need the doll after all. Well, I suppose I tried. Alright, now, what's the easiest way to get past 11 painting guardians without alerting them to my presence? I don't think this is gonna work out. I'm gonna Slumbering Dragoncrest Ring, but I don't think it's gonna work out for me, if I'm quite honest with you. But we can probably, if we can get past them, and with Chloranthy, or not Chloranthy, with the Grass Crest Shield, it might be a little easier to do. If we can get past them, we could probably get down to the bonfire before they chase me down and gank me to death. I'll probably respawn in the Painted World if I die from them, so, you know, that wouldn't be so good. Oh, there's only one guy over here. Alright, well. Let's book it, though. Oh, there's two, because there's one right there. They're going to see me, but let's book it so that we can try to get round them, because I'm sure they're all chasing after me right now. So, it's okay, though. We'll just come around and then go down. And then we'll be out of here. I don't know why my feet don't have the little hush, like, effect on them right now, because I have the ring on, but it might be that the the stamina regen effect is overriding the effect of the hush spell. I'm still producing no sound with my footsteps, but because, I mean, you'd hear them, and you don't hear them, as you can plainly tell by the sound effects, but yeah, no, maybe it's just the stamina recovery effect is overriding it, so I don't know. Anyway, we got over here without them, you know, deciding to gangbang me, so that's nice. Keep that Divine Blessing, because I might need it at a certain point. Keep all this stuff. Soul of Gwendolyn can stay there. Gold Coin can stay there. Put that away for now. We'll be able to use that soon enough. I think I need... How many White Titanite chunks do I need? Just thinking about this. To get a +10 Divine Hand Axe. We need the correct Ember in order to get the Divine Hand Axe, but we can work on that soon enough, so... Probably after today we can work on that. Well, I don't know. It depends on what we end up doing tomorrow. It'll either be tomorrow or it'll be the end of next week we'll be working on it. So I would need 1 to get it to +6, 1 to +7, 2 to +8, 3 to +9, so that's 1, 2, 4, 7. So we need 3 more. Okay, that's not bad. I think we should be able to get 3 more pretty easily. So we'll work on that. As we go, let's do a little inventory management since we've got a whole bunch of extra stuff. Well, I don't know if we got a whole bunch of extra stuff while we were in there, but there's probably a few things that I don't need. Notched whip, short bow. I got a composite bow, thank you. I don't need a short bow. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Don't need that. I'm really, the only status that I'm concerned about is the spider shield, and the blood shield still, if you get darted, like blow darted by the toxic guys in Blighttown, the blood shield still lets you still build up poison. Unlike the spider shield where you don't at all, so it's kind of nice in that department. So, I'd rather keep the spider shield. So we will. Anything else? Let me see here. Put away the rest of the Xanthus set, but not the crown. We're going to hold on to the crown, because I'm holding on to the sack, and we need to do the same thing with the sack as we were doing with the crown. We're going to trade it in. I guess I got the Painting Guardian set, so that's kind of nice as well. But, you know. Alright, and then look at all these rare rings of sacrifice I've got. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's everything that I would want to do. What's our leveling up rate? 18,770. So I could do a couple of the large soul. Well, actually no, because I'd probably want to do. If I did 4 regular Proud Knights, I'd be at 18,042, so that wouldn't quite work. So I'd want to do 3 of those and then 1 large, and then we could level up, I think. So let's try that. So do 3 of these. And then do one large. And there we go. Now we're good. And also, I think I'm gonna... Do I want to go Covetous Gold? You can see how my item discovery goes up over there. It goes up from 165, which is what I have from 3 humanity, to 365. So a lot higher item discovery if you do that. I might keep this equipped, honestly, while we're fighting the knights down here. Because those giants, the giant knights that are in this level, can actually drop Titanite chunks if you beat them, and you've got a decent amount of luck. So I might keep that equipped for a little while, just to see if I can get them to drop some stuff. We'll see. Alright, so we have all the vitality I actually want for the rest of the playthrough now. I mean, if we get to the point where I have souls left over and I don't know what to spend them on, like if we get to 39 endurance and we get to 14 intelligence, which would get us to level 75, and I just don't have anything else to spend on for the rest of the game, then I guess I'll level up more vitality, but I don't really need to, you know. So, either way, now that we are done with all of our errands, let's head up to Disney World, shall we? Head up to Disney Castle. See if that hallway with all those shadows in it is hanging around. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. Part of this whole set of projects is returning to old projects that I haven't done in a while, and, well, one of those will tell us about that hallway full of shadows, so... Although I have another game in that series that I have to play before I can do that, but, you know. We'll do a little at a time, and we'll see how it works. Oh, yeah. Almost forgot. I gotta go back, because I gotta go see if, whatchamacallit. Gotta go see if that golden fog gate got lifted now that Gwendolyn's dead. So let's go see. Just take a nice leisurely stroll. The gargoyles don't respawn, you see, so that's actually kind of helpful. I also want to go up here for another reason, but I don't want to tell you what it is yet until we go up there. So... because it might be a small spoiler for 10-15 seconds from now after we take the elevator up. Okay, 30 seconds because the elevator went up just as I was coming up the steps. Whoops. I might actually put the wolf ring back on for just 1 second here, and then we'll go back to Covetous Gold. Because Covetous Gold will be nice, but not for the one singular enemy that we may encounter before we encounter the giants up here. I think, if I remember right, the bonfire is in this direction. Like, I think you turn around and then you're... nope, that's Disney Castle. We get off before bad things happen. Is the bonfire okay? Oh shit.
So it was you, was it?
Me
How
what?
dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far?
By producing
How
blades
great
upon
suffering
successively less deities.
It is the least that I can do.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'm gonna guess the Firekeeper's not too happy about me taking out Gwendolyn. And considering she's using Darkmoon Blade, that should give you some impression of why. She's got an S-stock, it looks like. I'm kind of just trying to circle because she can't really catch me in heavy armor at the moment. So I'm circling so that her Darkmoon Blade runs out. Once it runs out, we'll be in better shape. I can parry her, I suppose, though, so... Now, guess I'm not used to parrying the S-stock, huh? I mean, if you want to do that, I'm gonna, like... Can I get to the target shield from here? I can, good. Okay. You really need to stop attacking right after a roll. It's super predictable. Yeah, uh-huh. Well, for defeating her, we get a Firekeeper soul, but it produces a slight problem. And the slight problem is that since she's dead, her bonfire doesn't light anymore. So, yeah, small problem. This is why I said we should kindle the one that's down by Gwendolyn's, well, grave now. Because if you don't do that, this one, which had 10 on it, 10 Estus on it, will go out, and you can't use it anymore. So you'd only have 5 Estus to work with for the entirety of Anor Londo, which is a little bit stressful, especially against the boss, especially if you're not really used to the gameplay mechanics yet. So yeah, it's probably better to just, you know, do a little bit to make your life a little easier. Okay, make your life a little easier, you know. All right, see if we can get some drops as we go through the level. Nothing that time, but 1,500 souls is nothing to sneeze at. All right. Did I make a good, educated guess, or am I stupid? I am very, very stupid. Well, that didn't serve much of a purpose then, I guess. Because it's sealed by Gwyn's power, so... Sorry, Gwendolyn. Guess, I'll have to repent for that one. Actually, if I was online, and the, you know, PvP was still relatively... I don't actually know how much PvP Dark Souls Remastered still has going on for it. Probably not much at this point, but if I was online and, you know, that was still going strong... Killing Gwendolyn actually causes your character to obtain a sin point, and sin in this game is like a soft stat that you can't actually see, but the only way to get rid of it is to request absolution with Oswald up at the church where you killed the gargoyles. You'll request absolution from him, you pay him some souls, and then the sin gets rid of it. But if you have sin on your person, you actually can be attacked by Blades of the Dark Moon that joined Gwendolyn's Covenant, because that's what his Covenant is all about. It takes people that killed NPCs or Gwendolyn himself on other files, and if that's considered a sin by the game. So if they did that, then other players will invade your world and hunt you down as a result of you being a dirty, dirty sinner. So that's how that works. Now, we can't actually do anything with that Firekeeper Sulfur right now. It's just going to hang out in our inventory for a little bit because, well, we don't have another Firekeeper anywhere nearby to actually use it for anything. So, since that's the case, we'll head back down. We'll get 10 Estus, and then we'll go across the second difficult trap that this game has to offer us. Well, once we get there. We got to get into Disney Castle, but as you might be able to tell, judging by the fact that it's Disney Castle, security is pretty high, and the front door is not going to be very accessible to us, especially considering the fact that we already, you know, killed Gwendolyn, and he didn't drop a key, so, like, yeah, that's not really going to work out for us, so we're going to have to find a different way. And that different way is around the side, where very, very bad things are waiting for us. This is the one part where it would have been nice to have a ring, because there's a ring in this game that actually increases the range of your bow, so that your arrows don't fall quite as quickly. Unfortunately, you don't get it until after this second devious trap that the game has to offer in Anor Londo. Although, I don't know, I've heard a lot of people say that this trap isn't quite as bad as I remember it being, like, because you can kind of just bull rush it and be fine. I might try that and just see if it works out for me. So, by the way, if you darkened Anor Londo first before you killed Gwendolyn, you'll actually meet the Firekeeper right here on this bridge instead. I wasn't sure where she was, so that was why I was like, okay, well, is she over here? And then I went the other way, because I was like, okay, well, she can't be here. She's got to be in the opposite direction. So that's how that works. I wonder if both of these guys are going to fight me at the same time. Maybe I can kind of coop them up one at a time if I do it this way. Okay. The other guy's watching the fight. That's fine. He can watch. As his friend perishes. Sorry. Drop. Okay. I know, I'm kind of taking my time with these guys, but I want to try and get a drop if possible, so... it'll save me some time later, basically. Because Titanite chunks are a little hard to come by, you see. So, well, this one doesn't open from this side, so we're going to have to go around to that one. As for this one, yeah, we're going to need to find the contraption for that one. This way's open, though. This little side path, so let's go this way first. See what we can find. Was there a ring over here? Or am I thinking of something else? Excuse me, I'm thinking of something else. Okay. That's fine. Kind of something silly you can do with these guys, these gargoyles. If I remember correctly, they get spooked when you poke them in the head, and then they jump backwards. Apparently not in this case, though. Maybe because I headshotted him. Maybe it's not headshotting that does it. I don't know. Well, okay. Got demon spears, though. They deal lightning damage with the demon spears, so you can't fully block it most of the time. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, it's fine. We got him. So, don't really need what they drop, but, yeah, you know, it might come in handy for us to do that. Looks like they're pretty weak to thrusting damage, though, because, I mean, composite bow dealing 75 damage ain't bad. Especially if I can headshot the guy. That'll work. See? Gives me something to use my arrows on. May as well, you know. There's another one down here, though. Wonder if I can, like, get him to back up? No? Okay, fire orb it is. Man, fire orb, you're really letting me down here. Okay. I won't use pyromancies then. How about that? I'll just beat them to death. Because that seems to be more effective. Okay then. So that's that. I don't know, so far so good though. Just a few more of those guys to deal with, and then we should be where we need to. Ah, I see the problem here. Wonder if I can like arc this to hit him in the wing or something. Nice. Not nice. Especially since now they're both after me. I was kind of hoping that would actually kill you, but sure, why not, I suppose. Jesus. Okay. No, don't roll now. Okay. I should have been using a different... Hang on, I've got a better idea. Catch me now. I mean, they're just going to throw their little things at me. Oh, they can actually... Oh, no, they can't come up here. Never mind. I thought they could, but what the hell? Someone's shooting at me. Someone's got my idea, which is what I'm about to do to these guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, there I go. You know, I suppose I should have expected that, considering, well, I was trying to do that to them. That was our first victim, you see. Our first death to that victimization. It's probably not the last. Yeah, there's archers with great bows actually shooting at you from the ramparts over there. And if they see you, they can be kind of hard to deal with because they've got massive range. And unfortunately, their great bows just knock you over, which can be problematic. Obviously, I mean, you watched me just fall off a ledge, so... Trying to think if I want to just run past the gargoyles, because if I just do the bull rushing thing that everybody said you could do to make this a little easier, it might be more worth it to just run past, not the giants, because the giants I'll use the Covetous Gold to try to get Titanite chunks, but run past everything else, you know, see if that works for me. Because really all you need to do is get past these rafters and then you're home free. You're inside the castle and it's a lot easier to deal with everything, but that whole setup right there with the gargoyles who like to bounce backwards and move around a lot, plus the archers shooting at you from massive range, that whole setup is not a whole lot of fun to deal with. So I wonder if I can do anything with the gargoyles from here. What's my range looking like with this thing? Okay. Well, I hit him. Here he comes, I guess. I wonder if he can get through that small door. Well, I mean, it's not a door, it's an opening. So if he comes around, I guess we'll find out. I kind of don't want to walk up there and find out because... Oh, he's not coming around. Okay. I can't tell because now it looks like he's walking back towards me. Oh, okay, there's my souls. Well, looks like he's leaving well enough alone. So, do the same thing we did before. Get rid of these guys. Okay. Good thing I saw that. Good lord. Try to hit the leg that's on the same side of their body as their halberd, because you're less likely to bounce with your shield if you do that, so a little easier that way. Slumbering Dragon Crest might actually help, not with the gargoyles specifically, but with the archers themselves. So we'll take a look. After I take care of this bot, who says they're sorry to bother me, but they are not sorry to bother me. If they were sorry to bother me, they wouldn't have bothered me in the first place. Ow. Alright, at least grab these before I get massacred again. Really? Really? This is where you're thinking it's going to end? Not this time, Dark Souls. Not this time. Alright, so lead them in a cavalcade here. Alright, tossing spears at me. That's fine. Stab me in the back, probably. Nope, never mind. Alright, we made it around them. That's part one. They're still shooting at me, which means I'm going to be shot at from multiple directions now. So that's a whole lot of fun. Bye! But yeah, see, these are the great bow guys shooting at me from multiple directions here. I'm going to take a swig here, I think. Wolfring? I don't think Wolfring. I think Chloranthy, actually. I'd still like the 100% protection, but... Well, at least I'm relatively safe here, because those guys... Apparently their melee orientation is kicking in right now, rather than their shoot lightning spears at me orientation. Because their shoot lightning spears one probably should be happening right now, and they should be shooting me in the back, but they're not. So I guess I should thank them for that. Anyway, off we go. Part 2. Just run on up here. There's a guy shooting at me from the left and the right now, so you gotta be a little careful. But at this point, I can kind of just do this. So, that takes care of that guy. See if I can take care of the other guy now. I guess I'm a little less scared of the other guy. I probably should still be scared of him if I'm honest, but, you know. These guys I kind of remember how to parry, though, so that might be helpful. Silver Knights. Ah, okay, some arrows. Nothing that I particularly care about. I hate this rafter, though, because this one specifically, I mean, it has a Soul of a Hero on it, so you bet your ass I'm going after it, but look at the way that you go up it. Like, it's like you're not supposed to be walking on this. It's like I'm, like, doing something that the game really doesn't like, so that always trips me up a little bit. Sketches me out quite a bit, so... Alright, but anyway, that takes care of that rough section. We just drop down here, go through the fog, and we're home free, so... That is a good thing. And by home free, I mean first door on the left. Because first door on the left is... Ah, a bonfire. And Solaire. There's my friend. How are you, sir?
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days.
Yeah, well.
Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
I will keep that in mind because the boss of this area can be pretty rough, so if I'm having a really hard time of it, I will let you know. Is he still here? He is still here. Alright, just give me a moment there, Solaire. I'm also going to kindle this bonfire. It might seem like I'm kindling a lot. It's just because of the fact that this way I don't have to keep turning the bridge every time. I know that makes it kind of seem pointless that I just kindled that other one, but really I kindled the other one to make sure that I had enough Estus to get through that trap, so... But either way, now this one gives us 10. If you went and got the Rite of Kindling from the Catacombs before getting here, you could always kindle this one all the way up to 20 if you wanted, and that would give you the maximum chance of beating the boss of this area, but... I feel like 10... If you can't beat the boss of this area in 10, it's probably better to just die your Homeward Bone and get some more practice anyway, because the boss of this area is kind of the litmus test for the second half of the game. If you can't beat the boss of this area proficiently, and by that I mean in 10 Estus or less, you'll probably still be okay later on, but it might be pretty challenging. So I would say maybe go back and practice a little more. What's our level up for this? 19.4. So like 7,000? Okay. Hang on, let's see what Solaire has to say.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you?
Well, you're fun to
If I
talk
didn't
to.
know better, I'd think you had feelings for me.
Oh, for Christ's
no,
sakes.
Dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
Wah, wah, wah. Alright, anyway. I'll leave you to your devices. I'm gonna go see what kind of treasure I can find in here. If I see your summon sign, I'll try to let you know what's going on. Target shield, actually, because there's actually... I know I had the Covetous Gold equipped a few minutes ago. There's actually more Silver Knights in here than there are Giants, so the Giants are kind of in one specific spot. So as a result of that, I'm going to put the Wolf Ring on as well. Target shield's kind of nice here, though, because it lets you parry these guys, so... Speaking of which, Spear guys I'm not so good at parrying, but... See what I mean? A little easier to parry them when they do the little spear poke. Sometimes I go too early when they do the not spear poke, though. Which, let's see. Chain away. This is good. 3 sunlight medals. I think Frampt gives you like 500 souls each for those, so that's not terrible. But yeah, no, sometimes I just have a hard time parrying these guys. I remember how to do it, but like... I don't know. I'm not in practice for sure, so I'll probably be a little rusty at parrying them for a little while. Sword guys probably be a little better, though. Because sword guys, their timing is pretty similar to the Hollow Warriors' timing when they do the little running at you, well, walking at you poke attack. So... Okay. So that door that doesn't open from this side, that's actually the door that leads up to the boss of the area. Kind of. A little bit. So we're going to go that way in a minute. But first... Oops. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Target shield down here might not be such a good idea. Actually, it would have been better to have cast light down here because it's pretty dark in this basement. Not a whole lot of light gets through there, as you can plainly tell. So, chain away. This one's good. Half of Havel's set. Chain away. This one's also good. The other half of Havel's set. Chain away. This one's good. Havel's Great Shield. Guess this is Havel's treasure room. His Dragon Tooth weapon. Chain to wards. That's not good. Let me just make sure there's nothing else in the room that's going to bother me while I Lloyd's this mimic. You see a lot of mimics in this section of Dark Souls, and that's why I try to use the Lloyd's Talismans, because it's like, I mean, I could beat the mimic, but why, you know? What did this poor guy do to me? I just want his treasure. I don't want to deal with his death fangs. You get an occult club from that guy. Now, if you haven't gone and gotten the Divine Ember, or you haven't bothered to like upgrade a divine weapon for the catacombs just yet, just keep that occult club in mind, because you can actually dismantle it into a divine club +5. So exactly the same divine plus as our hand axe currently is. And you can use that. That's a very viable weapon for the catacombs because it deals strike damage, which the skeletons are weak to, and it kills them without you having to worry about the necromancers. So, quite honestly, I'm not even sure why I bothered getting the hand axe to +5. I could have just kept waited for that thing and been fine, but you know, it's all good. All right, spiral staircase, so it's time to feather the camera again, like I just did. That's our destination down there, but we have to get there, and unfortunately there's no way to get there from here. We got to take the stairs up and then the stairs down and all around, and it's its own thing, you know. Chain towards us, not good again, so last Lloyds. If you see any more mimics, we'll have to defeat them unless I can find another source of Lloyd's talismans. This one has 5 silver coins in it, though, so that's like 5,000 souls by itself. Pretty great. Speaking of which, here's a mimic. Alright, well, guess I'm beating him up. Okay, he didn't do the little... Sometimes the mimics do like a little grab attack when they get up, although that might be Dark Souls 2 I'm thinking of, so... What'd you have? 1 gold coin. Alright, cool. Still waiting for the day when the mimic isn't toothy but buff and punches the hell out of you in aggro. He just gets up, and it's like that Dugtrio meme where Dugtrio just gets up out of the ground and he's just swole as hell. It's like friggin' bodybuilder just beats the shit out of me. That'd be pretty great. Huh. Guess that's where Blue Hellkite went, huh? Yeah, so Red Hellkite is a reference to the Red Hellkite Drake from Demon's Souls in this game. Blue Hellkite apparently got put on a wall. Sucks to be him. Okay, so, see, sometimes that's what messes me up about these spear guys, is that sometimes they do a slow spear swing, and sometimes they do a fast spear swing, and it's kind of hard to tell which one they're doing at any given interval. Okay, hi. Don't know if you can see that. There's a Titanite demon on the floor below. Guess I'm glad I'm not down there. That guy's about as tough as the ones that are in that secondary room in Sen's Fortress. He's got a lot of extra defense, so... But it looks like this floor doesn't have much for us, so... I'd like to get on that staircase. Now, I'll just mention this because someone would probably say this if I didn't show this off. If you go down these stairs a little bit here, you can actually see our destination right there. And if you take a run at this this railing and then you jump over it, you can actually get enough height to hop over the railing, fall off the railing, and onto that little floor there. You can go up that staircase to get to the boss fight. You can go through the door to the right to unlock the shortcut. It's a nice quick way through here, and I might actually demonstrate it when I go through here myself if I have to do repeat attempts at the boss. But I'm going to try to go the normal way first, just because I feel like that way, if you don't want to make that jump and you want to do it legit, you can do it legit, you know, so... I guess I don't have to beat that mimic now, do I? And to be fair, there's a guy at the end of this hallway that apparently hasn't seen me yet, so since he hasn't seen me, let's go in some doors. Huh. Nice bedroom. Someone's got good taste. Oh, that's the bow guy. Huh. Kind of looks like that statue that was in the church there. Oh, hello. Would you like to try that one again? I don't need the target shield to parry you, swordsman. I got your number. They can also drop their swords, or their shield, or their spear, or their armor, for that matter. So you could decide you want to use that if you really want to. Where does this go? This goes up to the roof, right? I think. Let's find out. Might as well. I'm already going this way, so let's see to the end of this path and then go from... Yeah, this leads to the roof. So the roof actually leads to multiple other areas, but you have to beat a Silver Knight to get to each one, so... Let's explore the rest of this area first before we go up there, since up there is actually the way forward for us. So. Okay. Well, somebody else is shooting at me. Alright then. That probably would have broken my guard if I had gotten hit by it, but I did not. Yeah, that there mace works pretty good on heavy armor, guys. As you can plainly tell from all the damage I'm dealing. Does not open from this side. Okay, so we do have to go up to the roof. Probably that one opens from up here. Like, you will see another room that leads in this direction, and then that'll open a small shortcut for us. But the big shortcut is still elusive. I don't think that guy's seen me yet. So since he hasn't, let's deal with this guy first. Not gonna drop your sword for me there, friend? To be fair, I can't really use it. I don't have the dex. It's a quality weapon, but it needs a lot of dex to be used, so... Yeah. Guess someone was getting some fresh air. There's an NPC, by the way, that we haven't been doing a quest for over the course of the game, who would be here if you've been talking to him the whole time, but I always forget to talk to him, and... Oh, hi. Oh. That's a poke. I'll go back here. Come on. Come where I can see you. Come into the light so that I can take you to heaven. By killing you. You next. Come along now. And now for you. Like I said, this is the only Souls game that I learned how to parry in properly, so I gotta flex those muscles somehow. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like Chain Away, though. Yep. Kind of hard to tell with my lighting being a little warmer. Probably all of you could see that just fine, but not me. Okay, so here's the shortcut. So that's that door. Now let's go in the opposite door. Let's see. Oh, was there another staircase over here? Hold on. I forget if you could, like, run around the other side and get to a secondary staircase. Nope. Okay. So it is, we do want to go up to the roof. It is what I thought it was. And I know I'm holding souls again. I'm holding paper, but it's okay. We'll be fine. I'm not super concerned. Talk to me again when I have like 30% of my HP left, then I might be slightly more concerned. But yeah, the enemies here give great souls. There's another ring kind of like Covetous Gold that you could pick up in the area after the Catacombs. And if you picked it up, it gives you more souls when you beat enemies. So if you've got that, this is probably a good area to use that in, because you will get quite a large chunk of souls if you use it. So is this what I think it is? Yep. Bye. No thank you. I ain't having that shit. Yeah, this is probably a good area to equip that. I think it increases your soul earnings by like 20%, I want to say. So 1300 times 0.2. Wow, that went through my shield. It's pretty good. See, that's what I mean right there. He did the slow one instead of the fast one. Oh, okay. What you gonna do, friend? Shouldn't have cast this. Oh, staggered him anyway. Nice. Alright, one more to defeat. That one. It's another spearman, but that's okay. And then we'll have... Well, I guess technically speaking, I could just go like this. Shortcut unlocked. He didn't even bother. He's like, nah, you're good. Okay, there we go. I almost hit the trigger too early again. But I held off just long enough to let it not happen. Oh, okay, this is where you get their armor. I wasn't sure if they dropped it or if you get it from somewhere. You get it from this chest. So they drop their shield or their sword/spear for you. So, all right, and I think with that we've explored all the side sections. But we've got a bunch of Estus left, so I think I might go explore the main room over here. There's a way to open the front door to Disney Castle over here, so we're going to go do that. I don't need to beat the demon, the Titanite demon that's in there, so I'm not going to bother. I don't even remember. I think there's a chest in that room, if I remember right, but I could be wrong about that. So, this room. Yeah, main hall with a bunch of the giant guys. This is actually where I used to do my Titanite chunk farming, until I learned about the other, better Titanite chunk farming method in the New Londo Ruins. But we can't access that one just yet, so I figured, okay, I'll just do this one. And, I mean, it works pretty good, but I'll talk about that later. Huh. Well, someone left this open for me, so I guess I might as well give it a shot. Oh, I see. So yeah, if you fall down there, you're gonna end up back outside. So maybe it's better not to do this until after you've opened the front door. But I didn't impale myself, so it's fine. Here's the Dragon Slayer Great Bow. I can't currently use it, but I don't think I can. I don't think I have enough dex. Let's see. Yeah, 20 strength, 20 dex. It's a great bow, so it's kind of unwieldy in this game, honestly. I like great bows a little bit better in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 because they're... I don't know, the great bows in this game feel pretty slow and clunky, if I'm honest. The ones in, I guess, 2 and 3 feel a little bit easier to use. You know, I might be able to get a plunging attack on this guy. Yep, sweet. Got him. Alright. First thing I'm going to do, in case of something going south, is I'm going to open this door. So that's the door we couldn't open from the other side previously. Now we can, thankfully. Second thing I'm going to do, I hear somebody banging. Sounds like a hammer. Ooh, a little higher. I don't know how I just dodged that. Oh, good. Now they're both coming after me. Hello, sir. You don't mind moving over for a second, do you? If I can escape from some gargoyles. Oh, God. His friend is not happy with that. Ow. Okay. Let's just, I was gonna say, let's just try to get rid of this guy first, but let me go down here real quick just to heal, and then we'll take care of it. Alright, which one of you is the one that I've already dealt damage to? It's you. Get rid of you. I'll take that exchange. Don't know how I just dodged that. Take it, though. I really don't need to kill these guys again. I don't have Covetous Gold on, so it's not really worth my while, but I'll do it anyway. Nope. Watch me get a drop from these guys when I don't have Covetous Gold on. But yeah, so the gargoyles can't come through this teeny tiny little door, so they'll just eventually give up and go home. They'll take their ball and go home. Lock on, please. This one, please. Thank you. Come along now. I promise I don't bite. Sorry, friend. You don't have quite the range. Ooh. Headshot on his friend. Listen, if you're gonna be first, that's fine. I don't mind. Watch me, like, hit the other one. Alright, since they're kind of being... God, but they're ugly. Look at their face. Jesus Christ, I didn't know they were that gross looking. Okay, we got him. And I only have 21 wooden arrows left, so that's not bad. Is that all of them down here? I think I might have gotten all of them down here. Yep. Take my prize. A Titanite chunk. Cool. Well, that's one less we'll have to go get. Can I see how many of those I have in my storage from here? No. Okay, that's only in later Souls games. I don't know if Demon Souls PS3 lets you see that. I don't remember it letting you see that, though. I do remember it being a thing in other Souls games, though. Maybe in 3 only. I don't know. I'd have to play the Demon Souls PS5 remake, which I suppose I have the console for now, so could try that and just see, but... Oh, no headshot. Oh, okay. Pardon me. Lock on, please. Ow. I was going to say, I'm kind of afraid to take a shot because then he'll just jump out of the way, but... It's too bad the, whatchamacallit from... No, I'm just going to stick you in the corner so I can smack you to death. There you go. I was going to say, it's too bad the rolling quick shot thing from Dark Souls 3 isn't in this game, because otherwise I could roll and then shoot with my bow. And that'd be pretty nice, but it's not a thing, so... Ah! Hello there.
Who are you? Forge your weapons?
Oh, you're a smith. Awesome. I could use some repairs, actually. Yeah, please. So this is the giant blacksmith, and this is actually the guy that can create boss weapons for you. So if you have a boss soul, he can actually do that for you. I believe... Yeah, so here it is. So there's a menu here. It looks kind of like... Well, I don't really know what that looks like, but this is the boss weapon menu, basically. So with a certain soul in your inventory or bottomless box, he can actually take certain items that you have and turn them into other items. Like, for example, we have Gwendolyn's Soul. I could turn the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst into the Tin Dark Moon Catalyst if I really wanted to. It's not really worth it for my sake, because Tin Dark Moon is not particularly good in most situations compared to other ones. Ulasil Ivory is just the better catalyst for, like, a large swath of the game. The Manus Catalyst is actually kind of interesting, because it's actually got halfway decent physical damage, and it's, I think, the best catalyst for... not hexes. Hexes don't exist in this game, but there are spells, sorceries that could qualify as hexes in other games. It's just... And actually, I think if I remember right, you can even use it as a beating stick because it's got good strength scaling, so it's kind of an interesting one. You can't get it until the end of the DLC, though, so... I could make Smo's Hammer, but I'd need Smo's Soul in order to do it, and Smo's Hammer is, well, 28 units, so that's kind of heavy. Yeah, but here's where you can do that. You can take the Occult Club and turn it into a Divine Club +5, which would let you deal exactly 2 more damage than the Divine Hand Axe. And, I mean, honestly, it could be the moveset, too. Like, you think about it, the Hand Axe is actually a little quicker than the club is. So, you could use those Titanite chunks to turn your weapons, +10 weapons, into lightning weapons if you really wanted to, but I would not recommend doing this because the boss of this area is actually very resistant to lightning damage, so... Hold on to those chunks instead. It's probably for your own good. So, let me see here. I guess use dragon scales for the dragon tooth. That makes sense. So I've been holding on to souls because this guy is actually your large Titanite shard and green Titanite shard salesman. He also sells twinkling Titanite, which can be kind of nice, but it's very expensive. So you're going to need to come back with a bunch of souls for it. But this is why I've been holding souls, so that way I can buy them from him. He'll sell you some boxes, Giant's Halberd, Giant's Shield, some arrows, great arrows. Dragon Slayer arrows cannot be fired from a regular bow. They can only be fired from a great bow, like the Dragon Slayer great bow. Moonlight arrows deal magic damage, but they're also 500 souls apiece, which is kind of a lot. Lightning bolts are for your crossbow, 700 damage, or 700 souls. I would say they're probably not worthwhile. But he also sells feather arrows, so that can be kind of nice. I'm probably going to buy a few of these while I'm here as well. Just for the hell of it. Yeah, we can buy 50. That seems good. Well, maybe I'll just buy to 100 so that way I don't have to come back for a while, you know. So. There we go. Because I've got a bunch of souls just sitting in my inventory, so. You can also buy the giant set from him. It could be pretty decent high fashion if you've got the right pieces. I'm not a big fan of the armor, though. I'd use something else instead. But, yeah, the helmet's pretty cool looking. All right, we have 2 large Titanite shards. We saw that in our inventory there. What do I want to use this on? Probably Caduceus Kite, so we're going to need 9, so we need 7. How many can I buy? 5? Okay, so we'll buy 5 for now. And let's reinforce the Caduceus Kite shield. Where is it? Oh, I didn't reinforce it over +5, so I would need to take that back to Andre. So I guess we're not reinforcing that right now, are we? So I guess we'll just get the composite bow up. So we'll get that to +8, +9, and +10. All right, so Caduceus Kite is going to stay +5, which means it's probably better for me to just use the Grass Crest shield in the fight that's coming up because, well, I only have a +5 shield, so it's not really going to work out otherwise. But we have 2 +10 weapons now, so that's not bad.
Tis no good, but Forge, very good. I help any time.
I appreciate that, man. Been very helpful so far. I don't think I have anything else I want to use my souls on, so.
Come back soon.
Thank you. He's a cool guy. I like him. I'm going to push past him a little bit here, though, because behind him is a chest. And it's not a mimic chest, but it has the hawk ring inside of it. So I didn't really describe... Excuse me, buddy. There we go. Didn't really describe this when we got the wolf ring, but there's 4 rings that are based on the crests of important knights in the Anor Londo pantheon. The wolf ring is the one that's based on Artorias, and it gives you extra poise. The hawk ring is the second of the 4, and it's based on Hawkeye Goff, who led the great archers according to this. This boosts the range of your bows. So if we equip this, the composite bow has about the same range. Actually, it's a little more range than a longbow now before the arrows fall off, which is quite nice. I would have preferred to have had that a little earlier, but, you know. I suppose beggars can't be choosers. So, since that's the case, let's head up his staircase now that we opened one of the little shortcuts and see if we can't get the main gate open. Because if we come up here, we're actually going to end up on the other side of the Great Hall from where we came from a few minutes ago. So, like, if I go up here... Yeah, see, there's the window that we just jumped out of. So, now let's go down to the main hall. See what we can find down there. I see a Silver Knight, I think. It's kind of hard to tell. His shadow's kind of, you know, in the way. Ah, okay. That goes... I should know better at this point when they do the little thing there that it's going to go through my shield. Oh, well. Alright, got a little Estus left over. Giants. And this is Solaire's summon sign. So if you need some help for the next boss fight... Oh, hello, fellas. Yeah, if you need some help for the next boss fight, you could summon Solaire for it. I'm surprised both of you decided to go where you went. Like, okay, now they're coming down here. All right, let's just run to the shortcut so we can open it up. You have iframes while you're opening this, so don't worry about that part. And Disney Castle is open for business. So now we can take these guys out. I probably should be equipping Covetous Gold. Oh, you didn't stagger this time. Oh, well. There we go. Can I equip it really quick? If I go like this. Oh, he's healing. Oh, well. Yeah, that's that sound effect that you just heard was him using a heal spell. Which got him back quite a bit of HP, actually. Just gonna back off. Oh, okay. That has a lingering hitbox. And there's his, whatchamacallit, shield getting in the way, but it's all good. Why was he worth 3,000? Huh. That's weird. Maybe I didn't notice that previously. Maybe that's why I came here to fight these guys, because they give you good souls as well as potential for Titanite chunks. I don't know. Anyway, this is the last Guardian before the boss fog up there. So. Guess he's a little tankier than some of the giants outside because he is only taking 200 something damage. So. Ah, didn't hit your stagger threshold that time. Okay, that's fine. Ah, there's the chunk. Knew we'd get it eventually. So. Oh, by the way, if you didn't take care of Lautrec when we took care of him, the black eye orb that you get after he kills the Firekeeper at Firelink Shrine will actually start glowing in this hallway. So then what you do is you use it and you'll invade Lautrec's world, and he has some backup, so it'll be a 3-on-1 fight, so you gotta be a little careful of that. But if you defeat him, you'll get his Ring of Favor, you'll get the humanity that he gave us when we beat him already. We kicked him off the ledge at Firelink Shrine. And the Ring of Favor. You'll get the Ring of Favor and protection that he had. So you can get that here if you want to. I don't personally care for it, so... I mean, I don't personally care for doing the whole quest line. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like, I could just kick you off because you're threatening my Firekeeper, so why would I leave you alive? It's like when I played Gothic 2. And Lester was like, hey, so you know that guy that you just recruited in the bar because we needed to... Oh, okay, Solaire's gone. I guess he's at his summon signs, that's why he's gone. Yeah, but it's like that time when Lester's like, hey, so you know that guy we just recruited from the bar because we needed a 12th member for our pirate crew? Yeah, I don't like the cut of his jib. And I was like, Lester, say no more. And I kicked that guy's ass right off my ship. I quite literally buried him in the bottom of the ocean because I had so much damage at the time, it was ridiculous, so... Okay, we can stick these away. I've got 5 silver coins and 2 gold coins. Perfect. That'll work out. Hopefully we don't accidentally pop that Firekeeper soul. If you do use it, it gives you 5 humanity, but it's really not worth that. It's much more worth it to use to reinforce the Estus Flask. So, but if I stick it in my box like this, I'll forget about it, you know, so I kind of don't want to do that. So these souls of a hero are worth 10,000, 20, 30, 33... 35, 37, 37,000 souls, which would level us like twice with our current soul count. So let's pop all those, use a couple of levels. They won't really do us any good because I'm going to use, I'm going to level my intelligence twice with these 2 levels, but still, I'll get them out of my inventory, you know. I try to check myself before I do that so that I don't accidentally use the Firekeeper, so... I don't know, that might be enough to get us 2 levels. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we'll just hold on to the large soul for now. Alright, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to try not to do this fight with Solaire because, I don't know, I kind of just want to see if I can do it without him, you know? So... let's get ourselves all set up and we'll go from there. I really don't need the Wolf Ring. I could probably poise through a few things if I did that, but I'm thinking either Chloranthy or Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. I'm going to try the Bellowing Dragon Crest at first, and I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to put the Pyromancy Flame in my right hand and the Composite Bow in my left, because I'm going to want the shield and out so that I get the stamina regen, and also the Pyromancy Flame out so that I can actually use Pyromancies against the boss. I forgot to put a couple of things away, so let me do that first. And we'll see how that works out. I don't know if it will, but we'll see. And actually, we have enough Titanite chunks just with these 9 to reinforce one of our weapons to plus 14, and then 15 with the slab. And then we'll have 2 left over, because we only need 7 chunks to get it to plus 14. So one of our weapons is basically maxed out now. We just need to find the correct ember for Andre, and then we'll be in great shape there. But currently, not so much. We only need 1 more Demon Titanite. Well, I'm not going to go beat one of the demons that we have available to us now because they're all pretty difficult, but if we got 1 more Demon Titanite, we could, plus 5 a boss weapon, but I'm not using boss weapons, so I'm not too concerned about it, I guess. It's an option, though, if you so choose to use it. What else do we need to put away? I think we're good. Oh, Havel's Great Shield. Yeah, forgot about that. The feather arrows will equip in a little bit. Won't need those. I'll probably feed those to Frampt. Did I get any? I got the silver knight armor and Havel's set, so let's put those away as well. Silver knight armor is pretty high fashion, though. I like it. I've used it before. I've mid-rolled with it before. I think I, like, equipped it in multiple slots, though, so it was a little bit different from that, but, you know, it's there. Did we get any rings? Hawk ring, but I'm going to hold on to that, so... Alright, so I think we're good. If you have the Thunder Stoneplate ring, this is probably the only boss fight in the entire game where it will actually come in handy. But if you don't worry about it. You probably won't need it. If you're getting hit by the lightning attacks in this one, it might be better to not do that. I wonder if that guy follows me if I try to do this little skip thing. Where is the skip? I can hear him walking, so probably. Jump from, like, right here? Yeah, so you go right over the railing. And you don't take any fall damage when you go over the railing either, so that kind of helps a little bit. Alright, Solaire, sorry my friend, I'm not probably going to use your summon sign, but that's okay. Kind of go to the side of the pillar there so you can juke that guy. So like go to the right side of the pillar and then veer left and you can get around him without really dealing with anything else. And here we go. Ah, the Executioner himself. His eyes are not where they seem to be, they're actually in his goiter. It's kind of hard to see from here, but it's not just Biggie, it's also Smalls. So here goes something. Ornstein and Smo. I don't know which one I'm going to beat first. You get a different reward depending on which one you beat first, though, so... Oh my god. Hi, Smo. Alright, I'm going to try to I'll probably do Ornstein's fight first. If you have a weapon that inflicts thrusting damage, it might be better to defeat Smo first, because then you can get a specific unique reward from Ornstein. But I don't have a thrusting weapon, so I think I might just take care of Ornstein first, honestly. Especially since I've already got him down like half his HP. That's not bad. If possible, try to keep a pillar between you and them. It really helps to kind of split them up. Oh god. Okay, got a little lucky there. Ooh, this is going to be an exchange, yeah. You don't want to exchange too much while they're both still alive. It can be a little hard to recover if you do. So, okay. I thought I got away from that. That's got a hella range. Alright, get behind a pillar. I'll die from one more hit, so... Looks like we heal from almost half with our Estus now, though, so that's good. Okay. Smell, what are you doing? Okay, that should work, actually. Oh, I'm out of fire orbs. Oh, down to great fireballs. I'm running. Smell's right behind me. I know he's there. I can feel him. Oh, God. Whew. That was a little close. All right, one more hit on Ornstein, and we should be good. I'm going to wait for him to attack, though. Oh, this is a mistake. Never mind. It didn't damage him, because Smo's hammer actually blocks projectiles, but, you know, I'll take it. Get a little damage on him while we're here. Make him run around, run away from me. Ornstein, what are you doing? Are you just lore walking there, friend? I mean, I'll take it. If you're just gonna lore walk, I'll take it, because then that'll happen. So, all right, we're out of fireballs, but that's okay. I'll get you, dorks! After I find some ointment. Ouch. Ow! Smo, what the hell? Wasn't he your friend? Well, Smo's looking out for number one, and frankly, I have a hammer, so... Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. I'm gonna try Great Combustion out on him, see how it works. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm not gonna lock onto him, because I want to kind of bait that attack, because it's easy to punish. Oh god. Woo! A little close one. But yeah, you want to actually stick close to him, because he'll either do that there, or he'll do the butt slam that has electricity on it. If he does the butt slam, just roll away twice. If he does this, it's very easy to punish, so just punish it. And try to stay as close to him as you can. But yeah, see, there's the AoE on it, so... There he goes. I don't like locking Smo, though. He's too big. thought he was going to bait me there. Goodbye! Oh, never mind. Don't goodbye. Oh, God. Alright, I'll take that. That's fine. Now goodbye. First try O and S. Not even bad. I've still got it, baby. Soul of Smo for defeating the Hammerman second. If, like I said, if you beat Ornstein first, you get Ornstein's soul. And the Leo ring, which is the third of the 4 matching rings. There's one other one that we'll get later, but there's your humanity. 50,000 souls for beating him. You know what this deserves? Hold on. We haven't done this since Dark Souls 3. Actually, I think we did it in Bloodborne, too. Hold on. Turned off chat for just a second. So I can do this again. Where's my... there it is. And let's get our gestures out. Here we go. All right. Everybody ready for the classic? Here we go. No, 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 YouTube, you motherfucker. Get these ads off my goddamn screen. I'm not going to make it to the elevator. It's okay. The lore walking is worth it. See if I can get off this before... Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'll take a swig while I wait for the elevator. Trying to do this one-handed is not as easy as I wanted it to be. Oh well. I can't even get off of it. That's how big Smo was. I took Smo's elevator. Ornstein's elevator's on the other side. Well, sorry about YouTube inserting an ad right in the middle of my celebration, but, you know, I guess that's a thing. Alright, so we got 50,000 souls. It might be worth it to hold those, actually. Because I'm going to need to buy more large Titanite shards from the giant blacksmith in order to, well, I mean, I guess I have Smo's soul. Frampt doesn't like Smo's soul. I think he only gives you, like, a very small amount of souls for it. So, I could make Smo's hammer out of my plus 10 mace, but I'm not really keen on Smo's hammer, especially since it needs, like, way more strength than I have. I think it needs, like, 58 strength to wield one-handed. It's kind of absurd, actually. So... do I need the binoculars? I don't think I do. I'm actually going to put those away. I don't know why I've been carrying those around, but oh well. I don't think we got anything else since we beat them, but, well, we can't really do anything with the souls for right now. We could go back to the giant blacksmith and, you know, grab some more, but really, before you do anything else at this point, it might be better. First of all, I need to see if Lautrec's set is up here. I don't see it, so it's probably not here. But if you beat him normally, like in Anor Londo itself, I think his set is over here somewhere. So, hey, look, I can see down in where the Great Hall is there. Yeah, I think his set is somewhere on one of these sections here. So, there you go. But since it's not here, I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter. Just Chloranthy ring it, boost up my stamina regen some more. But yeah, before you do anything else, once you beat O and S, it's a good idea to head up the stairs here and collect your prize. So let's collect our prize, shall we? Watch me open this and she's not even going to be here because I killed Gwendolyn first. Nope, she is still here, so I don't know why she's here. Normally if you kill Gwendolyn, she's gone, but...
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
Sure. So, that's Guinevere. She was the one from the painting over there. And if we were online, you would have seen about 6,000 messages over by the door saying amazing chest ahead because they modeled her boobs, I guess. So that's fun.
I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen.
Her eyes are up there, though, so please stop
Since
staring.
The day father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee.
He obscured his form?
The Lord vessel to thee.
So does that mean he's not dead? Well, anyway, for defeating O and S, we finally get the Lord Vessel.
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
Sorry, ma'am, I find that kind of hard to believe. So if you kneel to her again, you can join her covenant, which gives you, I think it's the Sun Princess Covenant, if I remember correctly. You can get a ring out of it, and if you take it to Snuggly, you can trade the ring in for some divine blessings. But the most important thing that we got out of that, it's probably one of the most important items in the game, is the Lord Vessel. It's a key item. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to warp between select bonfires in the game. So now we can actually fast travel. We don't have to travel all the way out of Anor Londo, all the way out of Sen's Fortress, do all that stuff to get back to Firelink Shrine. No, now we can just sit at the bonfire, click warp, and pick one of these and from this list. And you can go to whichever bonfire that you want that's on this list. It doesn't let you warp to every bonfire. That's not a thing till Dark Souls 2. But it lets you warp to probably some of the most important locations, like Andre. I don't know, the depths is just kind of there if you want to go back to Blighttown the normal way, which, thankfully, that's good because we didn't do that. The Daughters of Chaos, so that you can do the Covenant, the Darkmoon Tomb, same thing with the Covenant. This bonfire, I think, is the Anor Londo bonfire, although I might be mistaken about that. That might actually be the one that the Firekeeper had all the way on the opposite direction, so... No, actually, I think that's what that is, and then the one that's for Guinevere would say, like, Sun Princess or something, and that would be that one. Sunlight Altar, again, for the Sunlight Medals, if you're doing the Covenant there. And, of course, Firelink Shrine, the most important one that you can link to, because it's kind of the nexus point of everything. So, which one do I want to go to? Let me think. I don't want to go back to the Painted World. We don't need to go back there for anything ever again, so... I don't have large Titanite shards to ascend... the thing to +6, the Caduceus Kite to +6, so maybe it's better to go buy the large Titanite shards now rather than go. I know I just said to do this, but maybe it's better to go buy those now since I've got the extra stuff, you know. Oh, by the way, if you want to, you could just fall down here. You won't die from the fall. It's not quite enough fall damage to kill you. It's quite a lot of fall damage, but it's not enough to kill you, so. But once we go here, it's probably going to be more worth it to... Now, this is the reason why I wanted to buy all those feather arrows, though, because, I mean, this is the route that you kind of have to take in order to get back to the giant blacksmith. You kind of have to, like, go all the way down the elevator, through ONS's boss room, past these guys, got to go past the Silver Knight above them, which means I'm actually going to go this way instead, because then I can go around him, go all the way down the stairs, and it's just... It's a lot. It's a lot, so... Now, the Giant Blacksmith is a pretty worthwhile guy to know, though, because he has his own exclusive upgrade paths. You can't do lightning upgrades with anyone except him, and if you find a Crystal Ember later on, he can do crystal upgrades, like the Halberd, which was a Crystal Halberd. And it's the same sort of effects. It reduces the durability in exchange for giving it some more damage. So if you want to use those, it's probably worth it to get used to this run, because you're going to do it a few times, but... Thankfully, other than that giant, if you run in the exact direction that I did, nothing else bothers you on the way here. Not even the gargoyles out there, even though they're right there. They don't bother you, so...
Hello.
Hello.
Forge I can. Strong I am.
I can see that. I would appreciate you forging for me again. Get a few repairs done, because why not? And then some large titanite. So I need 9, right? Okay. We shouldn't need any more after this. I don't think there's anything else I want to reinforce with Titanite shards beyond the Caduceus Kite Shield and the Composite Bow and the Mace. The Composite Bow and the Mace I'd like to take up to +15. Oh no, I actually do need some more large Titanite now that I think about it, because I need to reinforce my armor, so it might be better to just buy all 14. So let me do that now. And then see what I can reinforce, because we can reinforce the armor. We can't reinforce the weapon, or, well, weapon, quote-unquote, the shield, because we haven't ascended it yet. But we can reinforce some armor while we're here. What do I need? I want to get these to +5, so I need to get, let's see, I think it's only 1, 2. I think it's only 2 to get this to +5, 2 to get this to +5, and then 3, 3. So that's 2, no, not the sack, 4, 7, 10. Okay, so let's do this now, just so it's out of the way and done. Because that's as far as I want to take armor for the entire game. It's just up to +5. I don't want to take it any further. So, I might not have the souls to do all of it. I don't. But that's okay. we can get most of it. And then, I don't know, I guess I could walk outside, kill one of the gargoyles, and then have enough souls to do the rest of this. So let me just do that real quick.
Come soon.
And I might actually buy all the rest of the large titanite while I'm here, honestly, because, like, I think I have a bunch of souls just hanging out in my inventory, so it might be more worth it to just buy them while we're here, you know? Can I just, like... I can hit you in the head. Ooh, that was nice. And that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Man. You're busting up all the giant blacksmith stuff. That's not very nice. Hope I don't accidentally hit him. I don't want to do that. Let me try to get away from him as best I can. No, you come over here. You want a piece of this? You come over here. Can he get up here? He can't. Perfect. There. And that'll be enough for the brigand trousers. You know, I probably should have just used the souls that I had in here. I got Smo's soul and the large soul of Proud Knight, so let's just use those and get them out of the way. Because, like I said, Frampt doesn't want Smo's soul, so let's just get rid of that and use it ourselves. 12,000 souls for doing so. So that's kind of nice. Sorry for busting up your stuff with our little fight there. That wasn't so nice of that guy. Anyway, reinforced armor. These are +5. Let's get this to +5. Here we go. So we have 4 large titanite shards. We need another 5. So that's 3,800 times 5 is like more than we have. I know that much. Yeah, we can get 3. So we are just shy of getting a 4th one. We need basically 7,600, so we need another like 4,000 souls. Okay, I can do that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go kill a couple of giants, and then that'll... Sorry, that's insensitive. I shouldn't say that. Some of the guys that are out here in the Great Hall that have lost their minds, maybe that's insensitive too. Never mind, forget I said anything. I'll just take care of these guys down here so that the run back is easy. We'll buy the rest of the large titanite we need, and then we'll be done with that for good. Now, come on. You know, thinking about it, I very nearly killed our best source of large titanite. Not killed, but aggroed our best source of large titanite just a minute ago. Oh, that would have been very, very bad. You guys just gonna filter off like a bunch of hooligans? Ow. The answer is yes. Ow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to get out of here. Okay, okay. Run! By that I mean roll. Alright, so you're the one that I've already damaged. Okay, good. So I'll just do this. Oh, the other guy's backing off. Alright, cool. No, I'm gonna harass you until you do your shield slam or your heal, and then I'm just gonna blast you. I don't know if it's great heal that he uses or not. Let me see if I can equip Covetous Gold. There we go. Maybe get another Titanite chunk out of you, so I do less of that hunting later. I mean, it's not hard to do the hunting for it, but, you know, why would I if I didn't have to? Did I hit him, or did it hit his shield? Oh, God. I forgot to mention that because I totally forgot they can do that. They have a spell that you might remember from Demon Souls. I forget if I mentioned it in Demon Souls or not. It's Wrath of the Gods. And it's basically like Force, except it deals damage. I don't think it'll kill you in one... Definitely won't kill you in one hit, as a matter of fact. It won't kill you in 2 either, but... It will knock you flat on your ass, just like most of their attacks. So just be mindful and careful of that, you know. You don't want to get caught with your pants down. It's not so good. Excuse me. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of lucky, kind of going back to the giant blacksmith thing. I'm lucky that I wasn't using a weapon with, like, sweeping arcs or something like that. Like, if I had been using I mean, anything that was like a spear or something would have been fine, but there was definitely a distinct possibility when I hit the gargoyle that one time after he busted up the giant blacksmith's stuff that I accidentally clipped him, and I don't think he aggroes from one hit, but why take a chance, right? Especially considering the fact that, you know, I didn't have to take that chance. Alright, so there we go. 9 large Titanite, so we're done with that. Andre can actually just reinforce the Caduceus Kite Shield up to +10 for us, so I'm not really super concerned about that. Is there anything else I want to purchase from you while I'm at it? I guess I could buy a few more arrows. 68, yeah, I don't need that many. Maybe 20, 25. No, let's just buy 20. And then 20 of these. Yeah, there we go. So we've used a few. I suppose that was kind of silly, though, because I need Andre to do some reinforcement for me, but... Oh, well. It's all good. We'll figure that part out. And, you know, I've got to feed a bunch of souls to Frampt anyway. Not souls, but, like... Well, I have to feed Gwendolyn's soul to Frampt. But on top of feeding Gwendolyn's soul to Frampt, I've also got to feed him, like, the gold coins, the silver coins that we've got, all that other stuff. So it might be more worth it to just, like... keep that in mind rather than being like, oh, well, now I can't do the reinforcement for a while. No, actually, I can. So, alright, well, the hall's empty. And Orlando is still light despite Gwendolyn being dead. It's kind of bizarre. Watch me, like, if I ever have to come back here for any reason, watch me, like, come back here and then it's just dark. I mean, I suppose, technically speaking, like, the next time I would, quote-unquote, come back here, because this is like a hole in the timeline, right? Like with Champions Return to Arms, where we beat that before we beat Champions of Norith. So I'm like, I played Dark Souls 3 first. So technically the next time I'm coming here is in Dark Souls 3. Spoilers, I guess, for Dark Souls 3, but we've already played it for the stream, so. This is where the firstborn son probably would have gone. But that also means Gwendolyn is nowhere to be found in the Pantheon here. Maybe he wasn't such a spoiled brat. He kind of gave off that vibe, but... maybe he was neglected. Well, that's unfortunate. I wish I knew the whole story before I viciously murdered him. Oh well. Nobody ever said I was going to be the hero everyone needed and deserved. Alright, so let's warp on over to the Undead Parish first, I think. No, because I can't do the exchange yet until I, whatchamacallit? Until I have enough souls to do it. Let's do this first. Let's go to the Daughter of Chaos, because we actually have enough humanity now in our inventory, hard humanity, to give her enough to get us to the next leg of the Chaos Servant Covenant, to get up to +2. So. And +2 is very interesting, because it gets you access to a shortcut that I probably won't demonstrate just yet, but we will demonstrate it later. Let's put on our Witch's Ring. And then use, like, almost all of this humanity. Let's just use 20 of it. I want to keep one soft humanity because it actually increases your item discovery by 50 just by itself, just being there. It goes from 100 to 150, so that's pretty nice. So we'll keep it at 1 for as long as we possibly can.
Quelaag, what is it?
How are the eggs? Well, actually, before I do that, first of all, let's reinforce to get the Estus Flask to +4 while we're here. And then offer up some humanity. Have 20 of them. And that gets us to the second rank of the Chaos Servant Covenant. We get the Chaos Storm Pyromancy. 2 slots for, I think it's a pretty powerful pyromancy. I'll have to test it out.
Oh, thank you, Quelaag.
You're welcome. So yeah, there's our allegiance. It deepens. That's not the only reward that you get from doing this, though. I'll demonstrate the other thing in a little while when we come back here, but it's probably going to be a while before we come back here.
Quelaag, my dear sister, you know, I still remember your beautiful, silky face. If only I could gaze upon it once more.
I'm never going to not feel bad for this lady. I'll be honest with you.
Goodbye, Quelaag. Do be safe.
She has a special place in my heart. I mean, they did that on purpose, obviously. They created her in such a way where it's like, well, you had no choice but to kill Quelaag because she's in the way of the bell, but Well, technically speaking, you don't have to kill Quelaag if you're okay with doing some glitchy stuff. You can actually skip her boss fight using the same glitch that can get you into Sen's Fortress, but... Yeah, there you go, Chamber of the Princess. That's the one that takes you to Guinevere. So, like, this list will basically give you all of the Covenant bonfires, Firelink Shrine, Undead Parish, and then a couple of select ones that are all over the map that are kind of in difficult places to get otherwise. Or, like, there are certain ones where it's like, why would you ever want to go to this one? And they don't appear, but, yeah, so those ones they usually just exclude. But the ones that are important for you to get around to, they're going to be on this list, so. God, it's so nice to warp, though. Hey, big guy. I got the Lord Vessel.
Damn, that stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe
Cole's
this
having
time
fun.
I do something about it.
Do something about what? Frampt? Oh, good luck with that, man. I get the feeling he's more powerful than most of us combined. I don't really have anything for Laurentius, so I guess I'll just let him hang out for now. So, I got what you wanted.
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lord Vessel.
I did.
After 1,000 years, it is you. It is really you.
You've sent undead to their death for 1,000 years, waiting for one person to get... Are you okay?
Forgive me. I really should calm down. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume.
I mean,
that
it
you
was
are
already on a
ready.
journey. I went to Disney
Now,
World with it.
Be still.
Are you going to warp me? Because I can already do that with my Lord Vessel. Frampt, what are you doing? Frampt, no! Never do that again.
This is the firelink
I swear to God.
of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
You know, the one silver lining to having him swallow you like fucking Monstro and take you down here is I get to see his upside down mustache. And I always get a kick out of that. It just looks funny. I don't know what it is. Didn't know you were into Vor, man. I guess Frampt decided I was into it for a second. I gotta say, not a very pleasant experience. Let's place the Lord Vessel. So that I can forget that this ever happened. It's a very big pot. Is something supposed to be happening? Because, oh, hang on, something is happening. The magic within. Okay. Well, that'll do it. It'll do something anyway. I don't know what it is yet, but it'll do something. Yeah, so remember that golden fog wall that was keeping us from getting to the lighthouse? Well, it's not keeping us from getting there anymore. It also unlocked other select golden fog gates. So now that that's taken care of, we can go to all of those places and grab the souls that can be used to fill this thing. And what am I doing with this thing exactly? Frampt? There you
Very
go.
well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito,
Wait.
the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath the Scaleless.
You want me to go
All
kill the
their
gods
souls are
that were
required
Gwyn's
to
friends.
satiate the Lord Vessel.
to give them to the Lord Vessel.
Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still.
No, 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 no. Not again. Not again, Frampt. I will go by warping. You fuck off with that vor shit. Get out of here. He was about to take me within him again. It is not happening again. I am not having that shit. Get out of here. Yeah, so in order to break open this door that leads to where Gwyn actually is currently, you have to offer the souls of his 4 former closest friends to the Lord Vessel. Why he would do that to his former friends, I don't know. I'm starting to think this whole shebang isn't what it's cracked up to be. I'm starting to think that Gwyn's just kind of an asshole. It might not be... Well, I don't know any other way to do this other than offer the souls to the Lord Vessel, but this whole succeeding Lord Gwyn thing, not really feeling it, if I'm honest. Anyway, we can actually warp from the Lord Vessel bonfire out of here, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I don't want Frampt voring me again. So. Alright, so now we're out. I think he comes up with you, actually, if you come out. Yes, he does. There he is. Figures. You decide to use me for your own devices, and then you fall asleep afterwards. Dumb old man.
No, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well and wide awake. Do not treat me like an old withering snake.
Well, then don't fall asleep right at... You know what? I want to forget that ever happened. It's on the internet forever, so I can't, but, you know.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Okay, so we have large Titanite shards. Don't want to feed him that. Don't want to use the warp option. Do want to feed him other things, though. Okay, 200 apiece. That's not bad. I'm not going to need them, so I'll give them to him. 1,000 for a Divine Blessing's not bad either. I might give that to... You know, I'm going to give that to him. I don't need it, so... Throwing knives, don't need those. Gwendolyn's soul actually is worth 20,000 to him. It's only worth about, I think, 12,000 if I use it normally. So definitely want to give that to him. Maybe don't tell him that Gwendolyn was Gwyn's son. I feel like Frampt would be like, what the hell? Because he's more into the female souls, you see. Oh, those are worth 3K? Holy shit. Give me that. 5,000 for those. That's pretty damn good, too. What else have we got that I don't need? I mean, I guess I could give him the Dragon Scales and Demon Titanite, but the Dragon Scales might be worth holding on to if you haven't been down to Ash Lake yet. Just word to the wise. What else have we got? Anything else that I could give to him? It's worth 100 now that it's divine. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I could give him this for 5,000 souls, but I'll keep it. I'll give him the Occult Club. I won't need it. I've got the Hand Axe, so keep the Reinforced Club because it did good for me. The Dragon Tooth's worth 5,000 as well. Basically, any dragon weapons are worth 5,000 to him, so if you want to, you could do that. He's not a big fan of the Crystal Halberd, apparently, though, because it's only worth 1 to him, but I mean, I only need 1 to get a nice even number of souls, so here you go. There we go. And then Dragon Slayer Great Bow is worth 100. That's not terrible. Anything else I've got here? No, not really. Havel's Shield's worth 1,000 to him. Have some Dragon Slayer arrows. I won't need those. And I think other than that, I don't think we have any duplicates. I could be wrong about that, though. Let's go take a look. I might have some duplicates in here. No. Looks like I've got no duplicates. I guess the gold Heaven set is worth some stuff to him as well, but I don't know. Like, a lot of this stuff I could just feed to him because I'm never going to use it, but I honestly don't mind keeping it, you know? Like, it's fine. It doesn't really make a difference to me. This, however, you can have. I don't need this anymore. I wouldn't recommend feeding that to him, though, if you're going to do the Blade of the Dark Moon Covenant on New Game Plus, because you don't actually have to go get the ring if you have it in your inventory on New Game Plus. You just can go straight there. So you don't have to go down to the catacombs and retrieve it. It respawns on New Game Plus, but you don't have to get it again, so... I really don't need that or the Dust Crown ring either, but I'll hold on to him. Why not just erase all signs of Gwendolyn, whatever. Erase all signs of my crime.
Fair Farewell.
Alright, so that takes care of that. Caduceus Kite needs to get up to plus 10. Pyromancy Flame needs to get up to plus 15 ASAP. And then once we're done with that, I need to level up one more time so that we can use Cast Light. So let me do that real quick before I forget. And then the souls after that will be going towards the Caduceus Kite. And, okay, so let's do that. We've got plenty of souls left. And yeah, after this, souls will go towards Caduceus Kite, and then Pyromancy Flame. I might be able to get it to plus 11 right now, though, because I think it's only like 14,000 to get it there. It's going to be a little bit of a process, though,
Oh, hello there. I'm
to
pleased
get it
see
to
you safe.
15.
As always,
so.
if you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy.
All right, Laurentius, let's see how well you can modify. With you and, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. I don't want him going down there. It wouldn't end well for him. Blighttown was almost the death of me, specifically, and Laurentius is a little less prepared for it than I am, so, you know.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
Alright, so, we have a plus 11 Pyromancy Flame. It is currently our strongest weapon. You guys still haven't gone to the Catacombs. That's interesting. You're taking your sweet-ass time about it. Maybe they won't go until I talk to them. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, we could warp to the parish, but I guess it's just right up here, so I'll just go the normal way. And then, after we're done with this part, where do I want to go after this? I think it might be more worth it for our next order of business, since we've only got about an hour left before the stream is over, to go and try to make a beeline for the Very Large Ember. The Very Large Ember is the one that will allow Andre to smith you up a plus 15 weapon. And that means if we grab it, we might be able to get a plus 15 mace by the end of the day today, which would be pretty damn fantastic, if you ask me. So, I'm going to try to go grab that, I think. And then we can work on the composite bow later. There's only 3 Titanite slabs that are available without farming in this game, and currently one of them is completely off limits to us because we didn't do the side quest for it. So, there's only 2, but I'll only ever need 2 because Caduceus Kite I'm only planning on getting up to plus 10 anyway. So, that's about enough stability. We won't need more stability than that, so.
Well, hello again.
Hey, Andre.
You seem to be doing all right.
Not bad for all the adventures I've had, yeah. Let's see. So, do a little repair work while we're here. Instantly get rid of those nice even number of souls that I had, because why not? Alright, modify this up to plus 6. There we go. Raw, divine, we don't need that. You can also, I guess, divine a shield, which I don't really see much of a point to that, I suppose, but, you know, I guess you can do it if you really want to. But anyway, we'll reinforce that up to plus 10. There we go. And that takes care of all of that. We could reinforce the crest shield, but now that we have a shield with good stability, we shouldn't really need to do that because the crest shield will block magic damage for us. I haven't really even used the crest shield all that much, though, to be honest, so I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Yeah, gonna have to keep that one in mind, Andre, because where I'm going, there ain't no bonfires to save my ass, unfortunately. Level up, it takes another 9,050 souls, which is quite a lot, but that's okay. We'll keep that in mind. So basically, from now until level 75, the only thing I want to level up is endurance. I don't want to level anything else. It's just endurance from here on out. What was the need for the Pyromancy Flame to plus 12? It was 16,000, I think, right? So before we go down to New Londo, I might go take care of that. Because we can kill a couple of Silver Knights, really, and that'll just get us to where we need to be for that. So let me go do that real quick. I know, I'm kind of like grinding, quote-unquote, real quick, but I just want to go down into New Londo with as few souls as possible, because that place is not very much fun. Oh, okay. I'd have walked right off, and I'd have kept falling until I hit the ground there. It wouldn't have been bad, because I would have just been able to grab my souls real quick, but this elevator goes down fast, let me tell you what. Alright, so let's go kill the giants that are in here. Maybe the Silver Knight while we're at it. I only need, like, 4,000 more souls, so I really don't need to kill both. But we'll see. Oh god. So yeah, there's a little bit of a better way of seeing Wrath of the Gods. In case you didn't see it before. I'm probably gonna get shot though, because I think the archer guy can hit me from here. Maybe the pillar's in the way. Something's in the way. And he's shooting great arrows at you, so... Okay, the railing is in the way. Ah! Another chunk, another chunk. Didn't even have the Covetous Gold on. Not even bad. I'm going to stick that on right now. Just so that way I can potentially get another drop out of the other guy. Once we get rid of this guy. Okay. Can't really parry that. Okay. So. Before the giant gets here, please. Thank you. Because the giant is a-coming. Okay, we have enough souls now, but... You know. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Man, only 180 this time? Well, I guess we staggered him, so that's the important part. And no drop, but that's okay. How many more wooden arrows do I have? Only 12? Okay, that's good. What I'm going to do is replace those with feather arrows once we are done with them. And beyond that point, I think it's just going to be... I'll do Wolf Ring, actually. We'll need a little poise against the ghosts, so... yeah, beyond that point, I think I'm only going to use large and feather arrows, because the thing about the wooden arrows that I was using is I was kind of just using them to separate enemies from other enemies. But the feather arrows will do the same thing, except they'll fly farther without dropping, and they deal more damage, even at a distance, than the wooden arrows do. So then I can use the large arrows when they're closer. So I think that's going to be the plan. That's going to be the way to go. So... Alright, so there's a couple of things we can actually go do. Oh. Crest bro? Guess he left to do something about it, quote unquote. I wonder if Frampt ate him. No, I don't want to ask about that because Frampt was already into eating me, so...
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe.
I don't want anything to do with that. That can be a story between him and the Crest bro. Alright, modify this to plus 12. Good. I mean, we're going in with like 4,000 souls into New Londo Ruins, but that's okay. 13, 14, 15, I think is 19, 22, and 25,000 souls. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's how it goes. So that's what? 25, 47, 66,000 more souls before we can get it to plus 15?
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
I'll probably do the plus 15ing with Quelana. Because, I don't know, she's the head pyromancy teacher, so it almost feels more appropriate to have her do it, you know. But we're getting stronger, getting more damage. All we're going to need after this is more endurance to top ourselves off in that department. And we'll be good to go. Do I have everything? You know, I want to check something, actually, before we go down to New Londo. I know I'm kind of just sitting here twiddling my thumbs instead of doing stuff. I want to check Snuggly's trade list real quick. Because we need to go back to the Northern Undead Asylum to trade it to Snuggly. And if we have everything that we need. I'm not sure if we have everything that we need yet, so let me just take a look and see if there's anything that I missed previously. Let's see here. Oh, we could get a second Old Witch's Ring if we trade one thing that we don't have at the moment. Oh, yeah, there is one thing I'd like to get that we don't have currently that's a little out of our reach at the moment before we go back to trade with Snuggly, so I'll keep that in mind. But we'll trade the sack, we'll trade that thing that I just talked about, and we have the Xanthus crown that we can trade as well, so we'll take those three things with us when we go back there. So we're not going back there just yet because we don't have all the things we need, but that's okay because when we go get the third thing that I need, that's actually down in the same place as the large divine ember. So we're going to have a reason to warp out of that area once we get the large divine ember anyway. But first, we're going to go get the very large ember, which is down here in New Londo. So let's go do that. Transient curses. I don't really know how this is going to go because we kind of got to beat a lot of ghosts in order to get to the seal. Now, there is a method of getting to the seal to unseal New Londo ruins without, you know, doing a whole lot of work, but it kind of involves killing an NPC that probably didn't do anything wrong that I barely ever get to interact with anyway. Crespro! Oh, he went hollow. Look at this jackass. Come on, man. I'm giving you a good example, and this is what you do? Well, quick swipe. Alright, well then, goodbye. Guess there ain't much I can do about that now. Doesn't even give you anything good. 1,000 souls, and that's it. That's all you get for doing his little talk the whole time. So... well, at least his quest line's resolved, as unfortunate as it is for him. Alright, so 9 Estus should take us through here a pretty decent amount, but there are no bonfires in the New Londo ruins, so just keep that in mind, because it can be kind of bad to die very close to the point where you can unlock a shortcut and not be good to go. I might run around these ladies, honestly. Oh my god. Because we already unlocked a little shortcut right over here. I'm not sure if we can actually run around all of the ghosts inside of the ghost house in order to get to the other seal person, though. Hang on, let's see how badly this does. Oh my god! Never mind, maybe I won't run around them. Holy shit. I killed them in one hit. Alright then. That's good to know, actually. Because that'll make this much easier. Alright, we already unlocked this little shortcut, so... since that's the case, let's just, I don't know, go nuts. We've got a plus 12 pyromancy flame, so that'll help a little bit with dealing with the ghosties. So, just see if we can deal with them. Ow. Okay. Camera, stop freaking out. Actually, I could probably kill them with just a one-handed hit from the mace at this point. It's kind of nuts, actually. Are you going to come up at me? Like, through the floor? How does this work? It's been a while since I've killed these ones specifically. Oh, there you are. Okay. So just don't get grabbed. Like that. That's the grab. Okay, can't quite kill him with 2. Okay, one-handed hits. Sorry, life flashed before my eyes there a little bit. False alarm, carry on. Camera will freak out, and you're gonna like it. I worry about people with photosensitivity, though, right? Like, I'm concerned about them. It's like, I don't want them having to, like, you know, having a problem because the camera decided to freak out. Like, that always concerns me, so. Is the fuck you room over there? Oh, okay. I think the fuck you room is... over there. Oh my god. Ow. Okay, well, I mean, we're tanking the hits, not well, but we're tanking the hits. I shouldn't say anything, though, because now I gotta go heal. So. Okay. Take one more hit, I think, and then I'll heal again. Anybody else want to fight? I'll give you a fight. You could just run through here, though, if you really wanted to. But there's a new ghost over there. That one's a little bit different. You see I think they all have red eyes, but that one specifically is a little different. I think she casts spells at you, if I remember correctly. She's kind of powerful, too, so. But we got her, so. Now we don't have to worry about her. All of those ghosts would have been poking at you, though, if you went up the ladder there in order to get to the NPC that I'm trying to get to, so... just break these pots. I don't think there's anything in them, but just in case, you know. I'll do a little exploring. Why not, right? We're doing pretty good against the ghosts in here anyway, so... Stop that. That was like the frame before she hit me. Jagged Ghost Blade. So Proud Knight. I'll just go against this wall so that she doesn't whack me upside the head. Where are those ones? Are they in the same room there that I just walked out of? Ah, yes they are. Okay, well, hang on. I can deal with this. Have some of this! Oop, I'm getting the kiss of death. Oh, well, at least I got rid of your friends. Oh, that wasn't my shield, but that'll work. Yeah, so that's what the grab attack does. They pull you in, and they chop your throat. It's kind of gross. But yeah, all of those ones would have been poking me while I go up this ladder. Otherwise, there might still be some that'll poke me further up, but we'll see. Because there's like 12 ghosts in that house, so... And they all would have been messing with me on my way up to see this gentleman. So... But we got them! So now, we don't have to worry about them until I die here. So... Hey there, friend.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts.
It might have something to do with all the ghosts below me. I did, yes.
Impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over.
Oh, they're below us.
Is the key to the seal.
Okay. And he'll give you the key to the seal. If you kill him from down there, say with a bow and arrows, he'll also give you the key to the seal. Although he won't give it to you. It'll just sort of right into your pocket somehow, vacuum seal into your pocket from 100 feet away, but you know.
The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates.
Okay.
Oh, and do not forget,
What?
the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss.
Right.
But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
So that's your hint, basically, for how to get down into the Abyss. Once you open the seal down there, if you try to go fight the Four Kings right away, you'll just fall down a pit that leads into the Abyss, and you'll just die. I may demonstrate that just to show it, because we have so many rare rings of sacrifice that I practically may as well. But first we got to unseal it. But that's your hint to kind of say, okay, so how do I go in there? Well, we've seen something called a Crest of Artorias in Andre's inventory, so if we were to go and buy that from him, we could open the door to Artorias' gravesite and go in there to learn from him, quote-unquote. But it requires defeating a boss that actually has a unique cutscene when you fight that boss after doing the DLC. So we're going to not fight that boss until after the DLC. So that means no Four Kings till after the DLC. Very large ember, though, before the DLC.
Hello there. What is it? The key to the seal is now in your hands. I will help you in any way possible.
Appreciate it. What do you got? So this is actually the NPC that can break curses for you. So if you are cursed, and you'll know you're cursed because the little number that shows your soft humanity will actually be replaced with a skull if you're cursed, among other things, like I think your HP being halved. You can come to him and he'll break the curse for you. He's also got some items, some transient curses, which I may just buy a couple of just to have, because we're going to need another one. I think ours is run out at this point, so... he sells the resist curse sorcery as well, so if you're a sorcerer and have 16 intelligence, you could use that too. We just buy like 3 of these. We shouldn't need more than that for the rest of the game, so...
New Londo was sacrificed to contain the Dark Wraiths. Mark my words, the Dark Wraiths are the enemies of man and any living thing that has a soul. They were never meant to roam again.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try not to get on their bad side. Anyway, so his name is Ingvard. He's the one that gives you the key to the seal, and like I said, a lot of people just kill him to get the key early, and that's a legitimate strategy as well. If you want to get a plus 15 weapon before going to Anor Londo, it's very feasible. You just kill him with a bow and arrows from down there on the bridge, hang on, over up there, If you kill him from up there, he'll try to run at you, but the railing obviously is in the way, and so he can't get to you. So you just kill him from up there, or from down there, really, because he's up above you. And then you, once you've killed him, you get the key to the seal. You can walk this way to grab it, and then just kind of open up the seal. Kind of mishmashed key and seal there. It opens the floodgates, and then you can go down into the deeper part of the New Londo ruins and grab the very large ember without too much fuss. Ah, the Curse Bite Ring. That's where you get that. Oh. Oh, my transient curse ran out, yeah. Hold the phone. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen. So the Curse Bite Ring gives you a lot of curse resistance. I believe it boosts it by 400%, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look. So we have 40 curse resist. Yeah, 160. So it boosts it by 400%. So all the rings that provide status resistance, they only provide one status resistance at a time. But it boosts it by 400%. So I might show that, actually, because if I have the Blood Shield, so if I equipped the Blood Shield and then I equipped one of the rings, we would get very, very massive resistance to any one given status effect. So now the key to the seal is literally just the key to unlock this iron door, which leads to another Anor Londo turn contraption, which you can turn and open the floodgates. So let's do that. And that will splash all of the 2011 water out of New Londo and drain it out. So now new areas are available to us. Now you could take the elevator down, but there's actually a shortcut to get down into New Londo a little bit easier from Firelink Shrine that I'll probably demonstrate at some point, but we don't need to do that just yet. I'll go the normal way for now. Oh good, the camera's freaking out again. I'll go the normal way for now, because it might be a little easier to get to the very large ember from here. I kind of forget exactly where the very large ember is from here, but it might be worth it more to... I'm going to keep the transient curses, but it might be more worth it to use the Caduceus Kite. By the way, the reason why I want to keep this at plus 10, it has 69 stability. Nice. That's the only reason. I could have used any other shield, it probably would have been better, but that's why I did it. So, just in case anyone was wondering. Hello? Oh look, the Valley of Drakes. I'd rather not aggro the dragons right now, though. Instead, let's aggro some new enemies. Maybe? Ah, there you are. Whoa. Transient Void. Beyond my wildest imaginings, behave as his shield. Oh god. I'm not used to parrying these guys, so it might take a minute for me to do it. Might just do backstabs for a minute until I get used to their timing. It's probably worthwhile to equip the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring while you're down here, though, because those guys can actually drop Titanite chunks for you. And very rarely a Titanite slab, but I usually have a really hard time getting that drop, so... I would say if you need a third Titanite slab or a fourth one, if you've been doing the other quest, it might be more worth it to get it from... Well, you're going to have to get it from these guys, really, but... Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time getting it, that's the point, because it's very rare. So... I think I see... Nope, that was just a piece of pottery. Never mind. Thought I saw a body in that one. There was not a body in that one. Hello? That was a pot. No body in these pots either. I try to go slow through this part because it's a little dark, and the dark rates like to just jump out at you, basically, from certain spots. Like, right here, this is a trap. You know this is a trap. He's gonna, like, jump at me from here. Yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh. You don't think I have your number? I know your game. Oh, God. No, thank you. That little pink grab thing there, that would... It's a grab attack, so they would grab you and steal your humanity if they grab you. So, just keep that in mind. Maybe don't take the kiss of death. It's not really worth it. I think if I remember right, on this path through here, there's a total of 7 Dark Wraiths, so each one has a chance to drop a Titanite chunk or a Titanite slab for you. So, hit this wall. And that will attract the attention of another Dark Wraith. Might attract 2, yeah. Ah, it's okay. We'll deal with both of them, I guess. Nope, okay. It's not what I want. Ow. Alright, well, while you're going to put your shield up, I'll do this. Back up, back up, back up! Nope, none of that either. I don't know where I'm going here. I'm kind of just backing up till I hit a mountain. Ow. Ow. Right, where's the door hole? Drake, where's the door hole? Drake! Well, we opened the fog gate. Now, here's the thing. So we're going to end up all the way back up at Firelink Shrine. So let me show you the shortcut real quick that will make your life a lot easier to get down here. Because now that we... Oh, is this the last bonfire I rested at? Really? Okay. I thought it was Firelink. Oh, well. Well, anyway, we got to go back to Firelink. So let's go back there. But let's make your life easier while we're at it, shall we? There is a shortcut that's an elevator to get down to there from here, but let's rest here so that we have a checkpoint at least. And then we'll head down. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time dealing with 2 Dark Wraiths at once. I don't really parry them very often, so I usually just backstab them if I'm honest, but, you know. Again, it's just I'm out of practice. Like, I haven't played this game in years at this point, so it's gonna happen. I'll be out of practice. Nothing you can do about that except just shake off the rust. Alright. Let the elevator come back up. We'll use a little shortcut to get to where I need to go. I think I remember where the very large ember is from this shortcut, but I could be wrong. We're going to find out in a second, aren't we? But it's actually like right away at the New Londo Ruins. It's real quick, so, and you can avoid all the ghosts while you're at it. I don't think they follow you down into the ruins, because I think their pathing basically keeps them in the upper New Londo Ruins rather than the lower, which is below the water line. So I guess we're going to find out. I'd like not to use my transient curses every time I die, which is probably going to be a decent amount, but, you know, it might have to happen. But we kind of have to beat our way back to where we were, so we're going to have to beat our way through a few Dark Wraiths to get there. It's okay, though. We can manage it. But yeah, see how much lower the water level is now? So we can actually see the underside of the ruins now. I wouldn't recommend rolling off anywhere here, though, because you're not going to hit solid ground. You're just going to hit more water, so maybe don't roll off here. I will show you, however, if you go over here, go over to this side where those other transient curses were in that pot, and then roll off here, you'll end up down here. Now, there's a Dark Wraith here somewhere. He probably heard me. I don't remember where he is, but if we go that way, that leads back to where our souls are. Just take care of the Dark Wraith. He's down here first, though. He's here somewhere. There he is. You know, I probably should just be parrying that attack that he does, where they do the walk-up lunge, because it's very similar to the one that the Hollow Warriors do. But I guess one backstab plus that takes care of business, so there's a large soul. We could keep moving that way if we really wanted to, in order to make things a little easier, but... Alright, since I'm not planning on exchanging with these guys, I might equip... what else would I want here? I'll equip Covetous Gold, just to try to maximize their drop chances. And then if we go up here... hit this wall. Basically, the Echo is going to attract the attention of... I want to attract the attention of only one of the Dark Wraiths, if possible, rather than both. Because both is a little hard to deal with. I don't hear anything, though. It's over here. There you are. Oh, that's not his back. That's his back. What was that noise? I hear something. Oh my Jesus. What the hell are you supposed to be? I don't know, but I don't like it. This is a mass of souls, I think, if I remember correctly, that's the name. So, Oh god. Okay, he didn't hit me. Good. Doesn't quite have that kind of range. Oh my god. Slimed me though. Oh good, now I'm slow for a second. That's unfortunate. I can still roll though, I guess, so at least that's good. Oh, I'm taking passive damage too. How do I get the slime off? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, how do I get the slime off? That's not the very large ember up there, but I think that's where you need to go to get it, so. Where's the other Dark Wraith? Oh, there you are. I knew you were here somewhere. I don't want to back up too far, though, because then I'll hit his brothers, so. If I can get him over here, that'd be good. Alright, do that again. No? Okay, I mean, that's fine. I'll just skirt behind you. You want to wait for him to stand all the way up, or else he will kind of do what the other one did, where he doesn't have a hitbox until he's like all the way standing up. So, you gonna blow up there, friend? There you go. Yeah. So the little massive souls thing that we killed with the little knife in its mouth, it will spawn those exploding heads. So just keep that in mind. We don't want that, but it will happen. So, all right. Did I go get my souls? Because there's another Dark Wraith over where my souls are. Oh, okay. I knew there was another one in this room. I wasn't sure where he was. I was like, wait a minute. He's got to be here. There we go. I'll get the timing for the parrying down eventually. Oh, you're still alive. Bah! No chunk for me, though. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think one of these... Okay, that way leads to a staircase, so that's not the correct way. Here's a humanity. One of these leads to an elevator that leads up to the first ghost house, if I remember right, and that's this right here. So if you need a shortcut that isn't just the rolling off technique that I showed, you can actually go to the first ghost house, which is up the stairs when you first get into New Londo Ruins, and you can just go into the elevator to the left when you go into that building, and that's where the shortcut is there. So now you can come back down here if you die, but I usually prefer just rolling off. It gets you into the action faster. You don't have to kill any ghosts on the way, so that's usually why I use it instead. Might as well use a few of these arrows while I've got them. Alright, come on, stop freaking out. Well, that didn't work out for me. This might, though. Alright, this, wait, and then go. There we go. No chunk drops yet, but it's okay. We only need 14, and I think we have 10 total now, so that's quite nice. Alright. Is there another Dark Wraith in this building? I feel like the answer is maybe, but evidently he wasn't where my souls were, so... Watch me, like, turn around at one point or something, and he's just been following me through the whole level. Well, anyway, we got our souls back. We got plenty to use for upgrading. That's almost all of the Dark Wraiths in this area, actually. There's a few more off to the side where that other guy was when we first fell down that we can go kill, but we'll deal with them later. Oop, don't want to go that way. Wonder if there's any ghosts over here. I feel like this part's actually devoid of enemies, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. So, Brave Warrior, that's not bad. Like, the upper levels of this section of New Londo, I don't think has any enemies in it, because I think this is right below where the parrying dagger is, though, so you can probably drop down from where the parrying dagger is and end up here, too. So that's probably a good shortcut if you want to do that. Excuse me. To get to the very large ember a little faster. That might even be something that speedrunners do, honestly. Like, kill the guy for the seal key real quick, and then... no, nothing over here. Okay. Yeah, kill the guy for the seal key real quick, and then just undo the water, drop down from the parrying dagger. It's probably faster, honestly, than try and do it any other way. That's the parrying dagger right there, so... Because I don't think we picked it up when we were over here before. But in this chest, chain away, so it's good, is... Ta-da! The very large ember. Exactly what we've been looking for. Perfect. Alright, so we've got what we need. Trying to think how I want to do this. I think what I might do is I might equip one of our rare rings of sacrifice in a little bit, because we've got quite a lot of souls hanging around in our inventory. I mean, we've got some soul items, but I'm not planning on coming back to New Londo for a while now that we have that. So I might equip the ring just in case we die again. We'll go grab a couple of other treasures, because there's at least one more Titanite chunk in this level. I just don't remember exactly where it is. And then once we've got that, we'll move right along. I'm going to need another transient curse, though, so we'll, if we go in this direction, so we'll just keep that in mind, because there are a few ghosts over here. So, but I'd rather get as many chunks as I can while we're here, because if we get the chunks, then while we're here, then that way I don't have to do any farming. So I think the chunks are over here, but let me go this way first, because I think there's another Dark Wraith somewhere here. Large soul, proud knight, not bad. Ooh, don't want to go that way. That's death. Can go this way, though. I think there's a Dark Wraith over here. Six cracked red eye orbs. The Dark Wraiths are the red eye orb covenant. So you can invade people if you were to decide you wanted to join them for some godforsaken reason. Oh, that's not going to end well. Okay, I was going to put a thing between me and him, but he's a little quick on his feet, so. Oh, good. That worked out. Go on, do it again. There we go. See, I was doing it too early. I wasn't watching his arm. I was just kind of freaking out and expecting it to work, and that never works. So, all right, so now this doesn't lead to anything, but it's not death if we go down. We can go down here. I think there's an item over here. I could be wrong, though. I think there's a Dark Wraith over here as well, like the first one that you find in the level, because he drops down. He might be on this level. Nope. Never mind. Although he might show up behind me in like 2 seconds or something like that, but, you know, that would be a shame. Oh, well. Anyway, there was a very obvious wall right here that we can just whack and turn illusory. But, yeah, as you can see, there's a shade in the darkness here. Ooh, that was a headshot. Nice. It's another Dark Wraith. So we'll let him come towards me. I decided to be overzealous there. I was like, nah, I got a headshot off on him. This'll kill. So I said, I'm gonna go for the gusto, and I walked right up and parried him. Not even bad. Chain away. This one's good. Another Titanite chunk. Beautiful. So that's one. I think there's one more in the area. So let's go get it. I think it's inside of here. I want to say in this building. There's two more. If I remember correctly, there's two more Dark Wraiths in here, along with a bunch of ghosts. So let me use this so we can take care of that. And there's another soul mass in here too, but we don't want to deal with that. We just want to deal with the ghosts. Ow. Dark Wraith. Okay, we don't want to deal with the Dark Wraith and the ghost and the soul mass at the same time, though. It's not what I meant, guys. Alright, you come this way. Oh, good. 2 Dark Wraiths and a ghost and a soul mass. Fun. Alright, anyway. See, he sees me having the shield up, so he keeps, he's kicking. He's trying to get rid of it if he can. Alright, so anyway. Just get you away from the other guy. Ooh, okay, this isn't going to work out for me. Hold on. Ooh, okay, I was going to say, I might get away with it. I did not. There we go. Now we should be okay. At least for a minute. Until this guy whacks me upside the head. Hang on. This is fine. Let's do this. Now we're fine. I swear they drop Titanite chunks. I know we haven't had any luck with it so far, but I mean, I don't have the Covetous Gold on, so that's probably part of it, but I swear they drop them. I'm not lying. I think. Alright, where's the soul mass? I know it's here. Right there. Oh, he's spawning ahead. I'm getting out of here! There's ghosts everywhere. Have some of this, friends. good. She walked right into it. Perfect. Use Fire Orb on her. Oh my god. There was a head behind me. Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh, I switched to Great Fireball at some point. Okay, well, whatever. Oh my god. I've been slimed again. Gross. Heh. Yeah, good luck with that one. Can't quite hit me from there, can ya? I don't think the soul masses respawn. And they give you 5,000 souls, so that's pretty nice. You know, this place probably wouldn't be a bad place to use Cast Light either, now that I think about it. It's probably easier to see on all of your screens, but on my screen it's pretty dark, so... Are there any more ghosts? I don't think so. Any of the ghosts that you see down here, this is actually the first floor of the ghost house where we found Ingvord. So that's what's above us, basically. All the way above us is the ghost house where Ingvord is. There's the last chunk. Perfect. Alright, so now there's one more Dark Wraith. I'm carrying almost 30,000 souls, though, so I don't really want to risk that. But that's where the Four Kings are, is over there. I think the Dark Wraith is in this corner. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Oop, I thought he was going to do the big attack there. Or the small attack chain, rather. Alright, I was going to say I might barely get away with this, but evidently not. Okay. There we go. Think you're slick putting your shield up right away, huh? That's not what I wanted to do! Jesus Christ, get out of there, man. Don't just stand there. I'm out of Estus, too. That's unfortunate. Well, this is why we have the rare ring on, to be fair, so, you know. There we go. Ah, there we go. There's a Titanite chunk drop. And I think, if I remember correctly, yeah, this is like a narrow passageway, a narrow path, so be careful when you walk that way. Anything over here? I don't think so. Yeah, no, that just leads down. Anything below this level is death, basically, so don't, like, walk off an edge expecting there to be something to catch you. Nothing will catch you from here. Sorry to say it. You'll just die. Anyway, to demonstrate what I was saying about the Abyss, if you go here... Well, it's a long way down, I'll tell you that much, but unfortunately for us, you can't just go down these stairs and expect to find the actual boss. Like, if you go down further, there's another ledge that you can jump off of, but jumping off into the dark has never really done any good for us, so let's just keep going. You're wrong, Death will catch you if you fall. I mean, that's correct. Death will catch me. Take me into his loving arms, which will send me directly back to the most recent bonfire that I rested at, so... I mean, to be fair, like, I don't have to worry about Death catching me, because I have a rare ring of sacrifice on, so... If I really want to take a bath in the Abyss, all I have to do is wait for Death to catch me when I fall, and he's about to. Bye! Yeah, so that's where the boss is down there. But if you don't have Artorias' blessing, quote-unquote, you can't get down there. So, there you go. Rare Ring of Sacrifice is shattered. We kept all the souls that we had there. We got the very large ember. We can go plus 15 our mace now, so we're going to go do that in a second. Do I want to level up at all? I don't think I really need to. I think I'd kind of rather get my Pyromancy Flame to plus 15 if I can, and then I can worry about my endurance, honestly, because we're not doing bad on health. Like, Havel's Ring will carry us in terms of equip load for a little while, so I'm kind of not super concerned about that. So, what souls do I have anyway? I got a Brave Warrior, that's 5,000. Large Soul of Proud Knight is 3 each, so that's 9, 14, 16,000 souls I'm carrying with me. So that would get us to 46,000. If it's 19 and 22, that's 41,000. Okay, let's pop all these real quick. Because I can get the Flame to plus 14 if I do this. Then it's only one more payment to get it to plus 15. And then I'll have a few souls left over that I can use to get my mace to plus 15. So, and my composite bow to plus 12 maybe? we'll see.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe.
And like I
As
said,
always.
we'll just carry some souls. Like if I get to 25,000 at a certain point, we'll just take them down into Blighttown and have Quailana modify this up to plus 15 so that it's not technically done if you get the Pyromancy Flame to plus 15. You can modify it one more, well, actually a few more times from plus 15. You can ascend your Pyromancy Flame with Quailana, but it costs a lot more souls to get that up. Like, it costs 149,000 to get the Pyromancy Flame to plus 15 from plus 0. It costs more than that to get it to an Ascended Flame plus 5. It's effectively like Twinkling Titanite-ing your Pyromancy Flame, if that makes any sense, but it's very, very expensive to get that all the way up to Ascended plus 5. Probably more than we're going to need. Like, I wouldn't do that unless we had, like... Unless we got to level 75 and I had nothing else to spend souls on, and I don't really anticipate that happening. So we'll see if that happens, but if it doesn't, then I don't really see us using that. So, but we're at plus 14 on our Pyromancy Flame now, so.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
Perfect. So now, I don't think there's anything I have to feed to Frampt. I probably need to put away the Jagged Ghostblade. But there's only one more side thing that I think we can do before we head back into the hunt for the 4 Lord Souls, basically. And since we can't go get the 4 King Souls yet, we're going to have to do that later. But I usually like going down there first no matter what, because that way you can get the very large Ember, and that gives you the maximum amount of damage you can possibly get to confront the bosses going forward. So, like, this way you have a plus 15 weapon for Nito, for Seath, for the Witches of Izalith, for all of those, so. And then for the 4 Kings when you eventually manage to fight them as well. So, yeah, I usually like going down there. So, as my first port of call after getting the Lord Vessel. Let's go see how Andre feels about this very large Ember, though. I get the feeling I'm going to make his day with this. But yeah, we're almost done with all of the stuff that I want to do for the build. We only need to get one more Firekeeper Soul, and it's available in Seath's area. We've got all of our spells. We just need to get the Pyromancy Flame up one more. We're getting the Mace there right now. A few more chunks, we'll have the Composite Bow all the way to 14, so
Well, I'll be.
we're in pretty good shape.
That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that.
Well, I wouldn't ask for you to give your left arm, because then you wouldn't be able to hold my steel while you smith it, Andre, but I will give it to you, because for all the smithing you've done for me, you deserve a nice gift.
Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
I've already seen, my friend. I've already seen. To be fair, I played Dark Souls 3, so that's how I've already seen. Anyway, he's ready to smith us a plus 15 weapon, so perfect. Hey, Amarilla, how you doing? Welcome back. Yes, an Ember as large as his muscles. Almost. That'd be a pretty damn big Ember. Look at those muscles. Holy shit. Anyway, we can now modify to a plus 11 weapon using a Titanite chunk, and we actually only need one more chunk in the entirety of this video game to be done with chunk farming, so that's great. Like, we won't need any more. We could, you know, modify the Caduceus Kite Shield up to plus 15 as well, and it'll get a little more stability, but I kind of want to keep it at the 69 stability it's at. That just seems like a nice number to keep it at, you know? I mean, obviously it's 69. Of course it's nice. Hey, Devil Hunter, how you doing as well? Welcome back. We just got a very large Ember. We gave it to our smith, and we are reinforcing some weapons while we're at it. Let's get a plus 15 mace real quick. Let's get that out of the way, because we have the slab for it. There we go. So the mace is maxed out. Our armor is as high as I want it to be. Caduceus Kite Shield's as high as I want it to be. Let's just dump the rest into the composite bow. Yeah, like I said, we need one single Titanite chunk, and we are done with any chunk farming. We obviously need a slab as well, but is there any chunks? Yeah, 69, nice. Is there any chunks in the DLC? Let me go see. If there is, then I'm not going to bother going and grabbing one from New Londo right now. But if there's not, then I may just go grab one real quick. Is there like a table? No, no table. Okay. Anor Londo, New Londo Ruins. We got both of those. We got the ones from the oh, you know what? I know who could give us one. It's in Sen's Fortress, though, so I don't know if I want to go back there, if I'm honest. You get them from Crystal Lizards as well. It's probably better to just go get it from the Dark Wraiths, so maybe I'll just go grab one now while we're, you know, just getting up on time, basically. It might be better to just go get that now. Wow, the Twinkling Titanites. That's not bad for a starting game weapon, although I don't know that I'd use it now, but, you know, it's there, I guess. Okay, so that's our next port of call, then. We're going to go back to New Londo. As much as I love going back to New Londo, and we're going to get a plus 14 composite bow, since that way we're just about done with that whole mess. So let's just warp back to Firelink. It's like a 2-minute walk, but I may as well. So we'll get this chunk, and then we'll probably call it a day once we get this chunk. I'll just equip a... well, first of all, I'll equip Homeward Bones instead of... whatchamacallit, the Transient Curses that we have. We'll put our Covetous Gold in here, so we get the item discovery out of it. And then we will go from there. Let's go kill some Dark Wraiths until we get a chunk. I probably don't need Caduceus Kite. I'm going to use Grass Crest? I could use the Target Shield instead, but... I don't know. I know the timing for parrying these guys, so I think it's just a matter of like actually executing on it. And to be fair, now one riposte will kill them because we have a plus 15 weapon in our hands now, so that's pretty great. We won't really need to worry about our damage for quite a while now, because we have one of the soft caps on strength. We have. I mean, obviously it's not a soft cap if we're one-handing the weapon because we only have 27 strength, but if we two-hand the weapon, it gives us 1.5 times our strength value, so that's 40, which is the soft cap. Like I said, that's why I like doing strength builds in Dark Souls 1, because it's pretty easy to just get the stats that you need. You don't really do a whole lot of work, because you get half the stats you need from doing this, so, yeah. Easier for me, anyway. Alright, let's go beat up Dark Wraith or 7. See if we can get what we need out of these guys. Actually, it might have been better to bring Cast Light down here, personally, because since my screen is a little darker from the warmer colors that I have on the TV, so my eyes don't bug out by the time I'm done with each stream, it might have been better to bring Cast Light so I can actually see where I'm going, but we'll equip Cast Light later. Pardon me, ladies. I don't have any business with you. I have business with the wraiths down here. Go this way. Gentleman over here. There he is. Yeah, if you guys are going to do the thrust attack when you first get to me, that would be perfect, because I know how to parry that very well at this point. Well, maybe not very well, but I know how to parry that pretty well at this point, so... I don't want to get ganked by 2 Dark Wraiths, but... I gotta get rid of these wooden arrows anyway, so... Ooh, 85, that's not bad. Go on, do your little... No? Okay. If you don't want to, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So he's got poise, unfortunately, so I can't just whack him and expect him to stop moving. So... Yeah, huh? No thank you. Okay, no drop so far. Unfortunate, but true. It'll happen. Next one. Not up there. Over here, I think. Down there? Down here. I hear him. Yeah, there he is. Come on. I know your pathfinding can do it. Oh, I was too late. That's unfortunate. How do you feel about Fire Orb? You don't really feel that very well. I mean, if you're just going to lore walk at me, though. I probably should have used... Oh, okay. Never mind. 2 Fire Orbs. Get rid of them. And there's our last chunk. Perfect. Thank you, Pyromancy Flame. Get me the hell out of here. Oh, look, and I even rested at Andres as the last place I rested at. Isn't that great? I don't think we need Covetous Gold anymore. I don't think we need any other drops from anybody for the rest of the game. I think we're pretty good. Because we don't need any more chunks. There's a guaranteed slab in the DLC. So then our composite bow's done. Our armor's done. Our shield is done. Our Pyromancy Flame doesn't need any materials. It just needs souls. So that's done. And other than that, like, the only other things I could think is, like, I might need to buy arrows, but I think most of our souls beyond this point are basically just, we can use them for leveling up. So, like, we got to get this up all the way, and then this once we, I mean, we only need 200 souls in a slab once we get this up in a second, and it only takes 200 souls anyway, so we don't need much to get ourselves to a good point here. So let's just get that to plus 14. Oops.
Well, you need
Okay, just need a teeny tiny little bit of repair, because I guess they whacked me upside the head one too many times down there. Excuse me. So plus 14 composite bow. It needs to get to plus 15 with a Titanite slab, but we're already doing pretty great on the physical damage. It's plus 151 from the 132 that it has, and then it'll go up to 137 plus 155, which is not bad at all for a bow. Does pretty good for us. I wonder if I need large arrows while I'm here. I don't have enough to buy the Crest of Artorias, so I guess that's the only thing I really have left to buy is the Crest of Artorias. So there's that, and there's the plus 15 Pyromancy Flame, and then I think other than that, the only things I might need to buy for the remainder of the game is arrows. So let's buy this up to 150. There we go.
Don't get yourself killed.
Alright, so we've done pretty well for ourselves so far. Now the real question is, where do I want to go from here? There's one more side area that we could go to right now before we head off to the first Lord Soul that I want to take care of. So actually, I might go work on that right now. Let me just do a little item management. We don't need these cracked red eye orbs. I'll probably just feed them to Frampt next time I see him. Much as I don't want to see him again, considering what happened earlier, but, you know. It happens, I guess. Sometimes snakes just decide, oh, okay, I'm just going to eat you now. Oh, okay, sure, I'm not okay with this, but if you have no chill, then I guess I don't have much of a choice. Okay, so this stuff. Okay. 5 wooden arrows and Dream. I don't think did we get anything in the Londo Ruins in terms of armor? I don't think so. I think it was just souls and like a couple of rings. So I'm going to put that away because we don't need that anymore. And, right, we don't need that anymore because there's 2. I'm trying to think because we need another 3 white Titanite chunks. I know there's 2 in the one area. You know, I'm going to look, actually, because between streams I'll want to know that just for my own sake so that we can work on getting a Divine Hand Axe plus 10, because that would be good to have. But we're not going to worry about that for right now, because instead of that, we're going back to the Depths Bonfire. Why would anyone want to go back to the Depths Bonfire? Well, the only reason I can think of to go back to the Depths Bonfire is if you decided, okay, well, I'm not going to bother with fighting the Gaping Dragon, or I'm not going to bother with going the normal way to Blighttown. Guess what we didn't do our first time through here? We didn't go the normal way to Blighttown. So, guess what we're going to go do now? Everybody's favorite. So let's go find the door. I think I already opened it to demonstrate the change in scenery that occurs when you open it. So, oh, you know what I can show though? So the slimes are pretty resistant to basically everything you do, but pyromancy's not so much. It's the only form of magic that they're actually weak to, by the way. So, if you used like Soul Arrow or whatever, you could still kill them, but they're not particularly weak to it. So, yeah. It's not really going to get you very far, unfortunately. Oh, okay. I don't know if I did or didn't open the door, but it's closed again, so let's open it back up, shall we? All right, back into hell, the normal way. And again, I honestly, I wouldn't recommend ever going this way unless you need a katana without killing an NPC. Then it's worth it to come this way because your first katana without killing an NPC is in this direction. If you want Power Within, which is a pretty powerful buff that in exchange drains your HP every second, it's a pyromancy, so that's pretty good. I don't really like it myself, but it's there if you want it. You could come this way because it's in this direction, but other than that, there are very few reasons to ever come this way into Blighttown, but I'm a man of my word. I said I'd come this way. And here we are, with a plus 15 weapon. Blighttown ain't seen nothing like me, but I will probably still die several times in the process of going through here. On the next episode of Dark Souls, the Stream Edition, which will be happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Our ultimate destination is just, you know, down at the bottom of this area. We could literally just warp to the Daughters of Chaos and walk to it from where we are, but I figure we didn't go this way, so I may as well show it just to be thorough, you know. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll also post the schedule for next week up on Twitch, YouTube, and Discord shortly after the description for this one is all set. But until tomorrow, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Oh, not looking forward to this, I'll be honest, but like I said, I'm a man of my word. So I will keep my promise and probably die, like I said a few times on my way down here. There's a lot of gravity to deal with here. If you weren't a fan of the rafters in Anor Londo, this place will be hell.